messed up, no. Bad news, to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer for it. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, lock the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like it's Harbor Freight. Try to hope me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM. Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Captain Sawapya Allah and Officer Maskwayak. ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Back roll.
light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Oh shit. You have some trouble. Hey Cap, I think your mic muted.
Shalom.
Hey, what's going on, Cap? Listen, man.
Tell me.
Listen, it's
I hear class, huh?
oh, most I cry. Listen, I need a verification act. I don't think that's the real Declaration of Independence Act. I think I get duped. I think that's a AI what is called them thing, a deep fake.
Yeah. Because yesterday I had to compare it to that speech that was it brother named Frederick Douglass gave.
I want to get that one next. Go ahead.
Yeah,
break it down.
we'll show you. Like, okay, he was basically trying to beg America to accept us in a way.
Yeah.
Instead of giving us the solution, which is to separate.
Exactly.
The Declaration has the word separation in it.
Yeah.
Which lets you know that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's the only way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because for real, it's like it's no different than it's like a question I ask someone, what's gonna stop the war between America, Iran, and let's say Israel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna stop the war between them. The only thing that's gonna stop the war between them, somebody have to accept the loss. If nobody accept the loss, then they're gonna fight and fight and fight and fight until somebody accepts defeat. That's how it is. Like power ain't, you know what I mean? Like power ain't given to you. You know what I mean? And the white man, he knows it. He knows how to get power. He knows exactly how to go about getting power. And he has no conscience when it comes to, you know what I mean, to doing it. He goes and gets it. And whoever cry, whoever feel the pain, you know what I mean, it's their joy, your pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that definitely, you know what I mean, we should not ever celebrate 4th of July again. Ever.
Yep.
Knowing, you know what I mean, because some of the stories that you have here is showing you that we were never meant to be part of this empire.
No.
You know what I mean? It's almost as if they brought you here for a use and they were done with you, but they didn't know what to do with you. You understand? They did not know what to do with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, shalom, sir. You're shop like a thumb.
Yeah, what's going on, Cap?
I'm Tawab, sir. Tawab, how y'all doing this evening?
Not bad.
Con.
Listen, okay, ain't Frederick Douglass, ain't he supposed to be a devil?
That I hear people saying.
Yeah, it's unconfirmed or it's confirmed.
So, like I said, if I could, I believe in his autobiography, he said his daddy was a devil. His daddy was a slave master. He never met him. I think he got stripped from his moms when he was young. But I believe that I believe his daddy was a devil, sir. Salaki.
Yeah. Either he is or he's done gotten the story most of us done got from that older generation. Like, you know, your granddaddy white. You know that was a big folklore among the older generation. You know, I mean, tribe of Benjamin for sure, and I know some of them Latino tribes, they would know exactly what I'm talking about because that's something, you know, the older generation would always say, especially the grannies and the abuelas. They'll always like to say, you get that good here because, you know, on your daddy's side, you know, he's a white man, some kind of shit like that. So it's either a myth or he's really a confession, but he did not have the solution to what we should do. You know what I mean? As property, as state property. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So we're going to definitely get into a few of them stories tonight. You know what I mean? Y'all hang with us, man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. You'll get this thing rocking and rolling. Again, big up Commander General Yahanna, hardest working man in Israel. Yeah, man, we're going to be down there in Nashville, Tennessee, right? You know, this weekend, rocking the whole thing out is going to be insane. Everybody going to be on deck as much as you're careful with this piece right here. This piece here is very important. You'll secure that. All right. So that's the whole deal. You know what I mean? We're gonna rock and roll with it as best we could.
Salaki, sir, if I could.
Come on,
I mean, y'all know y'all brothers down there in DC, y'all in the belly of the beast, sir. What's going on with this 250? You know, they talking about is nobody down there. I'm hearing is everybody down there. If I could, what's the, you know, because you know DC is like General Muhammad always taught. You know what I'm saying? That DC is like Rome. It's like being in the belly of the beast in the headquarters of the empire. And I know just from growing up there and living there. These Esau's holidays is like you really get to see the spirit of our oppressor fully embracing and taking on this is the legacy of their forefathers and everything. But with this 250, it was supposed to be such a big deal. But with all the evil going on in the government and how our oppressors really, it seems like they so divided and there's a lot of anger and frustration. What is actually going on there in the city? So I know it's a lot of. Well, I don't want to speculate. If y'all could just let everybody know, what is it like being there on, where the Devils is gearing up for this 250 celebration?
Well, brother, listen, Esau is, you see like how they had that earthquake in Venezuela? And it was so rough. And the geologist is saying this earthquake was on that fault that's on the west coast, that runs up the west coast. Yeah, that's they call it the San Andreas Fault, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fault is the separation between two masses.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fault amongst white people right now between Republican conservatives and Republican Trump loyalists.
Mm-hmm.
And neither one of them want to let the other know which side they're on. Not fully. You remember how it was when Trump first was running and the white racists, they didn't want to come out and tell you they're racist. It was like on the fence. It's very much that vibe. And I'm not sure this 250 is going to come off like how he think it is. I'm not 100%. I don't see the traffic in DC that much. Like I don't know if it's maybe because school is out, because school is out. A lot of people take vacation to be with their kids early.
Yeah,
there's low traffic. I'm not sure how it will be. I'm waiting to see if the droves and the masses of them going to come in on Friday. But it looking to me very much to be like, you remember in inauguration where there was nobody there and he said he had the biggest crowd? Yeah, they might have 250 people, one for each year. I'm gonna just tell you that there'll be 250 sparklies. That's what it's looking like. I ain't sure. No, I don't know. But I do understand that there is a fault brewing in between his camp and his supporters and his base because he's lied to them and then he's spending all this amount of money. And these devils think they're absolutely oppressed. You know what I mean? So now we gotta wait and see. I gotta let the cameras tell this one. I think if I could, I think Philly may have more of a participation than DC because Philly is that founding city. Philly was a lot of the first, and that's why I say the real ground grassroots, they probably might head to Philly. What I mean? So, but we'll see. Salaki, go ahead.
If I could, so I just wanted to say, okay, really historically, for all of these holidays of our oppressors, Black and Latino people participated so heavily that I believe our absence is absolutely being felt right now. Like with the 4th of July, there's a ton of Jakes that loved to come into the city, to go downtown, to be by the monuments and see the fireworks over the damn reflecting pool and all of that. But with how he's come out so aggressively against us and really in a lot of the oppression, the way they amped it up, it seems like brothers and sisters even in the world are falling back a bit. It's like it's damn near like they don't even want to be seen being impartial or trying to pretend like, well, it's the 4th of July and it's downtown. It's almost like they like, man, we ain't F this. We ain't got nothing to do with these devils and their celebration, even though, they might still do it in the community. But as far as coming out publicly, that's what I believe the low numbers is a reflection of. It's not that because Esau has always kind of just they do their own thing. But really, a lot of these gatherings and these mass crowds was because our people were so involved. And it seems like with the way that Donald, the stance that the government is taking and the way they just out openly and blatant with the evil and disrespect is like, brothers and sisters is falling back. And that's what we're seeing. What we're not seeing out there is any blacks and Latinos in those crowds going down there to that damn Ferris wheel and going into the damn whatever that nonsense is he got down there. I got an uncle Salaki that work in the federal government. He work in one of the museums downtown. He sent me a video and he was just showing me like, man, look at this. Even he in the world, look at this clown show, man. Look at he put them down here. He showed me the Ferris wheel and showing me the little building. He's like, man, he a cat that's in the trade, so he's analyzing how shoddy the work is. They ain't even no cats down here, man. Look at this. They do that together. He's showing me the 4x4 and the shit ain't lined up. And
I'm trying to tell you, it don't seem like there's any oomph to it. Because this year is the first year I've heard of a DC State Fair. I don't know if you've heard that shit before.
Concert.
Yeah,
it's never happened.
Y'all heard of a state fair? I know there's a state fair in other states.
Yeah,
I've never heard of a state fair in DC.
Right.
you know this devil bring a fucking Ferris wheel in from Texas. Huh? it's on the Capitol law. I mean, I couldn't believe this shit out. I couldn't believe the shit. Like, okay, I ain't too sure. You know what I mean? I ain't too sure, the pomp and circumstance he's trying to create. You know what I mean? And it could be a lot of things. Like, that World Cup is in America right now. Who the hell knows if that's taken away from the spotlight? But these fans are Norway got the whole stadium rowing, everybody rowing up.
Yeah, boy.
I can't wait for them to row the Nordic ass back to Norway. You know what I mean? You're row against that transatlantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. But yeah, brother, this man, they say he bring this Ferris wheel from Texas and he erected it down there on the mall. I'm trying to get a picture of it for you all. Erected it down there in the mall, and they say this is for the state fair. And I mean, maybe they always had this event, and it really wasn't privy to blacks and Latinos. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But brother, look at what we're dealing with. And this is on the lawn where they have the TVs. I don't know if you're seeing the structure back here. Hold on, let me see if I could advertise. I could sort that. You know what? You could put it right in front there if you could. Salaki. If you're seeing this, you see this section right here.
Yep,
this section right here, and then if you look right under the Ferris wheel is an arch with the design that he wanted to put, his logo. Remember that? With the eagle and all that shit. Now, this area here is where they're showing the World Cup games down there on the mall.
Okay.
So this little thing here is the canteen where you could buy stuff. And they have this big Ferris wheel. And it's a lot of pomp and circumstance, but somebody on closer inspection, I don't know. I ain't too sure.
Yeah. They didn't have a good turnout for the state fair. They said the turnout was real poor.
I wouldn't get on that Ferris wheel if you was giving me 25 million. I would not get on that shit. That shit look like it'll blow over if the wind is too strong. That shit don't look too formidable. I can't say it does. You know what I mean? I really cannot say it looks all that formidable. So I don't know. I mean, we got a few more days. We're going to have to watch and see. We got to watch and see how this thing goes with them.
Because they're pulling all the tricks out of the bag. They're pulling everything to distract white people, to distract black people. They're trying to distract us so much because right now, who talking about the Epstein file? When last I hear the news talk about the Epstein file?
Concert.
Been a while.
If I could, you know what I'm saying, what Captain Mashak was bringing out about how they never really had a state fair in DC like that. Really, okay, among DC has always been an elitist city, meaning the Edomites that are in DC are the elite class of Edomites. They're not the regular run-of-the-mill, everyday 9-to-5 blue-collar Edomites. Like, these are people who have dedicated their lives to playing the game of, you know, politics and really selling people a dream. The dream is to be in Washington, D.C., to be down there rubbing elbows with all the rich lobbyists and this and that. A state fair is really lowbrow, if I could. Yeah. Like, for our oppressors, a state fair with, like, nigga, cotton candy and funnel cake, who does that? We don't do that. We don't fucking go get on the Ferris wheel and bumper cars. Like, it's undignified for them. But Donald Trump, in all his wealth and all his riches, he's not of that class. He's not of that ilk. Like, he is not a dignified, respectable, carries himself the way a rich man's supposed to carry himself type of Edomite. So these things that he's doing, it's like for the elite class of Edomite that's live in DC, it's really beneath them. They don't want to be on the mall with people that come for a Ferris wheel. They don't want to be down there rubbing elbows with the common person. They don't never rub elbows with the common person. That's the whole point of being a senator. The whole point of running for governor and getting sent to the Congress is so you don't have to rub elbows with carnival people. They don't want to be in the goddamn carnival with the average everyday man. And Donald Trump is, for all of his running and making DC great and making America great, he's really showing that he is of the I'm not trying to glorify these devils, right? But it's like, in the elite devil's mind, Donald Trump is beneath them. Yeah. He's not of their class. He can't even put on a show the proper way. Like I said, that stuff that's built down there, if you're going to do something glorious, do something in DC, it's supposed to be the top of the top. You're supposed to go all out. Donald Trump cutting every corner. He getting the cheapest laborers, cheapest Ferris wheel. Because correct me if I'm wrong, the Ferris wheel he brought down there, didn't it shut down? It didn't even work. He hired some contractors from Ohio to come and do the reflecting pool, put the damn blue paint down there, and didn't know algae was going to grow. Like, this is a devil that doesn't have any tact, he doesn't have any skills, and he really is showing that. Now, it could be on purpose, though. It could be he's saying, we're going to make drain the reflecting pool and put the blue stuff in there. Now, they told him before this that reflecting pool, if he painted it blue, it was going to cause algae to come. Now, Donald Trump is such a money laundering devil. He could have on purpose hired some folks that was going to F that whole job up so that he could start off saying, yeah, it'll be $1 million job. Then once they come in, do the contract, put the drain the water, put the blue stuff in there, the algae pop up, then he did all that just to take $20 million from the government. A $1 million job turned into a $25 million job. That's average construction devil mafia type of, you know what I'm saying, extortion. Donald Trump got in the government and is using the government the way the mafia would use a construction company to smuggle all the money out of the people who hired them for the contract, except Donald Trump is controlling the government who is paying for all the contracts. So all of it is a horrible, disgusting mess. And like I said, the Captain Shock put the description up there. It says the 110-foot Ferris wheel at the Great American State Fair on the National Mall stalled for several hours shortly after the fair's opening. Operators stated the stoppage was caused by generator issues and an overheating engine which forced the ride to close for a temporary period. How you have a 250 American celebration and you bring a carnival Ferris wheel out there and the carnival Ferris wheel don't work for 7 hours?
Yo.
You don't even get that at the local carnival. The local carnival's Ferris wheel go all day. The damn cat with the little the hanging bears, and you go shoot the target with the water gun. That thing run all day and all night. These devils in Washington, D.C. on the Capitol and can't even keep a Ferris wheel operating. So like
they are incompetent.
Absolutely, sir.
You understand?
So, like, if I may, too, just to piggyback on what Captain Sakawa and Captain Mashak was saying, like it brings to life what them scriptures say when the Lord said He was going to uncover their skirt, lift up their skirt and uncover their thigh. I'm paraphrasing, because Donald Trump represents the veil of America coming down. Because really, America has always operated through the mobster and mafia type way. Like that's how things always operated behind the veil. It's just that these devils had enough sense to say, it's lowbrow for the public to see. This is how we do business. Donald Trump represents the veil coming down, and it's like this is how it really works. This is how it really goes down. You know, there's no honor, there's no dignity or class about this. Like we are just mobsters and criminals and gangsters that have gangsterized our entire way on the entire earth. And everybody else believed we were men of liberty and justice and a shining lighthouse on a hill. Yeah, you fed the world that garbage while behind the veil in the dark, you've been playing dirty. Now the veil's coming down, and Donald Trump has shown that this is who America has always been. You're dirty. You are nasty. You're a whore. You're a whore. You'll get in bed with whoever you need to get in bed with. You'll sleep with whoever you got to sleep with. Yeah, and now the world is seeing you're a whore. Like you can't act like you a lady no more, America. Like you can't act like you're an upstanding, wholesome woman. Now the world sees what you do in that hotel room, in that motel room. You're a whore. And I thank the Lord for letting a stupid, incompetent man like Donald Trump get in office to help this veil come down, and so we can get out of bed with this whore. So like it.
That's right.
Listen, because she's one of them mud slinging trailer park. Get her done, horse. One that ride on the back of the tractor and get married in denim shorts and just a old trash whore.
That's it.
Like you bring a Ferris wheel from Texas that's supposed to be fucking hot, and the shit break down because of heat.
No, Cap,
they get this Ferris wheel from the USO days. You all know what I'm talking about? When they used to do them concerts for them vets in Vietnam.
Yep.
That Ferris wheel come out a container from the back of Andrews Air Force. Damn. Yeah, we go and calm that. That's slack you.
No, I'm just going to tell you, but that show how much brotherhood them have. Like them white men, they together on with this BS, because for sure they must have known, yo, this mightn't work, but to hell with that, you're gonna get that money. Make sure you get that money. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're together. You know what I mean? They're together in this like they bring some all the way from Texas. Nah, that's somebody buddy. You know what I mean? I call white man like to say my buddy. That's somebody buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who they did a favor. You know what I mean? And he just bring that down there because you could tell more than likely this was not planned. This wasn't planned. This was just, you know what? We need a Ferris wheel, such and such. Bring yours. Get yours. Get paper. Like money gonna share. You know what I mean? Because who the hell gonna ride on some Ferris wheel to do what? Come down anymore to what? It's you see the temperature outside today? Yeah, brother.
Listen, forget the temperature outside, the temperature inside. Hell.
Brother. Man, hell was on earth today.
Yeah.
Salaki.
Salaki, sir. I was gonna say, a couple weeks ago I asked y'all about all these videos I'm seeing of these Europeans here for the World Cup talking about how much they enjoy America. I did not know that over there they did not have air conditioning units in their homes.
Right.
Yep.
Damn.
Right now in France, they say there's 1,500 people that lost their life in France because of how hot it is.
Yeah.
And these Europeans over here, like, bro, we are not trying to go back, bro. Germany just lost in the World Cup. I don't think them Germans is in a rush to get back to the Reichstag. Them days like, listen, B, we're gonna stay here at least to the final, dog. Because it's burning up. Like and this for the the Lord is so like he that's in signs, but the Lord lets you know he against these holidays because it's about to be 4th of July and it is fire in North America. I mean the heat dome, the El Nino, all that at one time is dropping. We the only ones gonna be able to be outside. The white man can't even stand outside.
Yeah,
listen,
the
you're
sun
right.
Is, Salakia.
All them niggas in the hotel by the that the AC that be in the corner under the window. Niggas are sitting around that, leaning over the vent. They call it an ice box, an ice making machine. Yeah. But listen, Europe, that northern side of it, it don't get that hot. Like people die at 82 degrees, 84 degrees is a hot day for them.
Good night.
That's a heat wave. The traditional heat waves was about 84, 85 degrees, maybe 90. This shit they get in arc. I seen a video. I sent Karathi a video today from France, Spain, and England. And brother, the damn tar is melting like shit you would see in Texas.
Damn.
Them devils is dropping dead arc. I'm trying to tell you. Brothers, the first time I heard it, I was like, you lying. And they had to send me the article that these devils was dying because of the heat. Because they're not used to getting that type. If you notice, the UK wears a lot of them long sleeve sweats. And people think style. No, it's usually cold. It's usually chilly. It doesn't get up that much. A hot day for them is 76, 78. Like, that's cool for us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just a side shameless plug. I pray all you devil teams in this World Cup play in 105 degrees heat from here going forward.
That's right.
No, Cat, what you're saying is so right. Like it's bad when they use the word oppressive when describing heat. And that's how you know that we've been in hell, because how they describe heat is like heat is against them. Like heat is like we got to stop the heat.
Yeah,
they say, well, the weatherman, the heat has been we've been under oppressive heat wave. Also, you know what that word mean now when it comes to the temperature,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But when the racial climate, you don't but it's hot on both ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With all this ice that's around, it's still a cold day in hell.
Come on, man.
Right.
As UPK, we've been out here telling you that these things are going to happen. You understand? Along with the earthquake, along with all the explosive diarrhea that these devils getting as well. All these things is going on. Why? Because the earth is against you.
Yeah.
That's right.
The earth is against you. The Lord is against you. Do you like the heat alone let you know that they ain't supposed to rule?
Yeah.
They can't deal with like the Lord. He's showing you, and it's heavy because the Lord used nature to show you unnatural things.
Wow.
Like unnatural things cannot exist in a natural environment.
That's right.
One cancels the other out.
Yeah.
So these things right here, that like man, like you don't know that God is angry,
Right.
Like even if you go into the antiquity, when you look at all the different, these different other nations, they would say, like, when things like this happen, they would say, man, what deity is mad with us?
What have we done?
Say what, Cap?
Yeah.
What have we done?
What have we done?
Yeah.
Like they cry out today, whatever God they think but they know something wrong. They know somebody is mad when heat get like this.
Yeah.
You understand? When he don't want you outside, you can't go outside because you might die.
Yeah.
That right there, and it's just a scripture where I don't even want to go into it, but it go into all this right here, man, about the heat and how the Lord was going to deal with these heathen. You know what I'm saying? So like I yield.
Listen, Cap, and to your point, how they're saying like the heat is against them. They ain't say 1,300 died in the UK or died across Europe or whatever. They say 1,300 got killed, like the heat was a murderer.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're gonna put the heat in court.
1,300 succumbed to uninhabitable conditions.
Right.
They say 1,300 killed.
Come on, man.
Cap, I would like to.
I guess Mother Nature ain't being so motherly anymore, huh?
That's a whole other conversation. We're gonna talk about Earth Day back over. You know, we passed this time now. So like,
right.
I would like to know the demographics on this to see how many black. You know what I mean? How many? Yeah, I mean, if it's 1,300 Caucasians,
majority is them devils. You're gonna have a couple of black people who probably have ailments. Because what another thing they were saying is that because the UK infrastructure was never really updated to accommodate air conditions, even the hospitals, and in places like England and France, a lot of them buildings is almost like historic. So to even input the AC units, they have to change the integrity of the building, and they don't want to do it. So a lot of them hospitals don't even have AC. And you imagine you up in there, you coming off of some surgery where you need to keep cool so your body is not stressed. And you get this 100 and something degree weather when you used to 80, 85 as the highest, your body just gonna leave. I mean, you can't really fight something like that if this is the first time you're feeling it. You know what I mean? If it's the first time you feeling this shit, I remember the first time I experienced real winter. I was like, okay, I have to gear up. I have to gear up.
That's right.
I got to pull it up for this shit right here.
Joe, because I'm have to teach me, way.
Yep, Joe. I layer up.
A vest and a t-shirt and a jacket. Just come laugh at me.
Like it, sir, if I could, you know what I'm saying? With Captain Cahan, with y'all bringing out this heavy. Christ said, man, a wicked generation seeketh a sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been prophesying that the Lord was going to destroy this place, that the Lord was going to plague our oppressors like he plagued Egypt. And for anybody that's seeing everything going on in the world, like y'all said, to not be calling on their God just shows how unaware that the earth has become of the nature of the Most High and how he deals with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is of the Most High. This is the weather, the earthquakes, the El Nino, the heat wave, the heat dome. All of it is the Lord, and the Lord is, the scriptures say that the sins of this place has reached up to heaven. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is bringing down the judgment. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that sees all these things happening at the same time and not understand that it's the Most High that's doing it, man, you should seek the Most High and pray and really tap in and understand what it is that the ISUPK has been teaching and what we've been prophesying on those streets. Because for us, the Lord is bringing to pass everything that he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
And for those, the only way that you're going to be able to escape this judgment is to get right with the Most High and obey him and serve him. I mean, these devils dragging their foot with this third world's war. The Lord is like, nah, I require what I require. I need what I need. Y'all should have been over there in that valley of Jehoshaphat getting it on, shedding that blood, but y'all want to play all these games, no sweat. I'm going to get what I came to get regardless. And that's, to me, that's what all of this is the Lord dealing with these devils. And, you know what I'm saying, if they don't want to openly acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying, we got to make them, we here to let you know that this is the Lord that's doing it and this is what's going on. Salakia, sir. I yield.
No, you're right. You're right. We all want to go. We all want to go next. You want to read we covered this article already. You want to move on to something else?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to touch on the Ash Diocese. Touch on that.
Yeah, let's rock with it.
Know them thing. You know what I mean? Because boy, here comes the Catholic Church again.
So, like, I see Captain Hunt posted a link as well. I'm not sure what article that was.
Yeah, I definitely see. Con, you want to go into that one now, or you're holding it?
Oh no, that was just I was the picture they had with Trump. The Atlantic made a picture when he had got elected, and the picture on the article was just showing him he's on a carriage whooping a elephant, like meaning like he bringing the circus to DC. And it was and once again it's textbook journalism. Those that know him. And this was by the Atlantic. This is him, and you can see. I'm sorry that he's whipping the horse, and the elephant. You can see, and you look at the elephant like it's tortured, like it's
oppressed.
Yeah, it's oppressed. It's almost like, and the elephant. It's crazy because the symbolism is like it represents also the Republican Party.
That's it.
You see,
that's
so Connor won't come. So he had the Republican Party bound under his rule, and he's carrying in his circus, and that's exactly what you see going on now. It's a circus, you know what I'm saying? Like everything from the reflection pool. I've seen that cat that he chose to do the reflection pool. I mean, this cat, he had a cigar in his mouth. He looked like one of those, you know, those villains from Dick Tracy, Roger Rabbit. He looked like one of those like cartoon. Like who gave him the authority to go down there with looking like that? Like he got security clearance. Like he looked like a classic Roger Rabbit, Dick Tracy villain of like Darkwing Duck type person.
God, who's that?
Like the guy that he paid, he's one of Donald Trump's friends. There's a picture of it. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Listen, I'm pulling it up now. I'm pulling it up right now.
You know what he's talking about? Yeah,
hell yeah.
If I Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Cap.
I was just gonna say he looked like if he opened his mouth, he was like,
see?
Man. Yeah, see,
Like, look at this. Like he didn't even dye his eyebrows. Like this is, you know what? I don't need no more of this, man.
Oh shit.
If you can get a zoomed out picture of him, Cap, the body, you gotta see the body too. The body really it tied all in. Like Cap Salaki, sir, you right on point. He looked like he's straight out of the robber baron out the 1910s, where he got an industrial factory where he just beating the backs and 10-minute break, and you don't get no food, and you just got to go in that mine with that canary and just pray that you don't lose your life. Like it's insane.
This is crazy.
It's a lot.
It's a cartoon.
It's a lot. It's shit crazy.
I'm done. That's all I wanted to say, Cal. So I got you here.
Oh shit.
Man, I just
when he mad. You ever see them thugs from Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
coming like, and then they walk with a chest out. He come from the whole era. Like he'll show up. Who talking about a reflecting pool? Huh? Who got something to say about a paint? Sing. It's a lot good,
It's like it. So it's just to watch this empire fall is just amazing. Like this is look like a literal Gotham City villain. Like he looked like a cartoon villain. Like it's just everything about this administration in America is cartoonish. It is just a joke, and I see why he messed up the reflection pool, because he don't like the man in the mirror.
There you
go.
Right.
They can't stand to see that reflection.
Right.
What this place really is. He said, he talking about draining the swamp. This nigga dirtied the pool.
That's right.
Like you hate to see what's in that reflection. You understand? Because y'all are not what you thought you were. This is not the place you have purported it to be, and you are not the man of light that you have presented yourself to be on the earth. You are the man of darkness.
That's right.
You are the man of sin, of son of perdition. That's who you are. And everything about this cat right here just looks like sin. And he's into whatever his money can buy. He's into.
That's right.
And look, Cap, this nasty bitch on here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, bro. Like, listen, if you don't understand, you and if you ball players who always like to go for a white brother, like if she could press her left teeth onto him and hold him and smile with no disgust, not a wrinkle of disgust on her face.
Right.
You surely can't think she love you.
Right.
No, that's right, Cap.
Because we all know she don't love this cat. She loved the
right,
check,
Cap.
and she's willing to humiliate herself for that check.
Right.
Right.
How is she gonna love your black ass?
Come on, Cap.
Big baller brand. That broad done had cancer, or they amputate her foot.
She had a stroke. So like
she
had a stroke, and he nursed her back to health. Then he had his foot amputated, and she got deuces on him. So like,
and she left him after. I mean, this nigga done put 3 kids in the NBA, done negotiated their brand, came up with his own shoe, and she gone, and he somehow shocked. Yeah, brother. Yeah, we living in the circus for real. And that's what I was saying earlier, Sack G, that it's kind of hard to put your finger on it because you don't see the fanfare. You don't see the buzz. You don't see the, the upfulness that you would think. And I can't say if it's maybe because of the World Cup, because that World Cup frenzy is ridiculous right now. I don't know if it's because it's the beginning of summer. Everybody away from DC. The summertime in DC is usually less professionals in the city because they take time off to spend with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll see Friday. Friday, the airport got to be busy. The highways got to be busy. But brother, when them cameras turn on Saturday, we'll really see what the deal is on the ground. 250 years of nothing. It's gonna be rough.
If I could, sir.
Please,
I ain't seen a comb over like that in like 10 years.
Damn.
that comb over, that reminds me of the penguin from Batman.
Yeah.
Oswald Cobblepot? Oswald Reflecting Pool. That's his name.
And he got the two parts. He got the double. Like, okay, you think that he stopped with the part here where he would just go ahead and lay it over this way. He said, okay, I ain't got it. I'm gonna just go ahead and part here and then have another part on that side on a 90 degree slant. Like this is like when they did it in 1920 in New York.
He killing them with that part, Captain. That double part. He said most cats got the one part, see, but they ain't seen two parts. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Tootsie. Ain't that right, Toots? You tell him, Benny.
Salaki, sir, if I could. And then when he put on that burgundy suit, looked like it's burgundy suede. He put on that burgundy suede suit. He thought he was killing it. And when he stepped in the room, every professional in there knew that this cat is not. He does not belong in this room, Mark. Who bought this lowbrow, uncultured swine with the cigar in his mouth, unlit cigar on the inside? You can't even smoke in public no more. He got the cigar on the inside with the burgundy suede, with the pale face and the painted on mustache with the different color eyebrows. I mean, this whole thing is a mess. And this is Donald Trump's company. This is who he does business with. This is who he gives the job. Like, if you wanted to do the construction deal, the last guy you would do the deal with is this cat.
Exactly. Yep.
You know this cat, the schedule going to be behind the bid. He underbidding to get the contract. Soon as he get the bid, everything is delayed. All types of problems. Yeah, man, we had to send all the steel back to Brazil and get iron from the Norwegian mines. What do you mean? Like, he going to find every way to drain every dollar you got. Then when you don't get the job done and you go to sue him, he gonna make sure you stay in court for 10 years.
Exactly.
That's what's going on with the reflecting pool because you decided to do business with a cat like this. A lot.
Cap, all that paint come from Lowe's and the water come from the Potomac.
Come on, man. Come on.
Like them niggas ain't getting nothing high quality. Listen, I would think if you doing work on the reflecting pool, there got to be some kind of pump down there to circulate the water or something.
Exactly.
Some kind of high-tech pump that just continuously, has water flowing. One of them monuments is the World War II Memorial or the Thomas Jefferson. They got a fountain that people go bathing and shit in. I would think you would do something like that so to keep the water moving so the algae can't really grow.
Right.
You go to Lowe's, get some paint. Go Lowe's, get some paint, and just send one of them trucks to pull water out of the Potomac. Don't go too far out either. Just get right there where the mud is and bring that shit back. Because 250-year anniversary is coming up, and I want this to be big. I want it to be better than China's March. Yeah, we are the last days for this empire.
It's like if I could, Cap.
Go ahead, please.
The irony that is called the reflection pool. They found a few dead ducks in that pool, a few dead animals. I mean, I guess you can call it an omen. If we're talking about, the writing on the wall or the pool, because this here, it symbolizes, once again, they want to talk about how great America is. America's on its way out, brothers and sisters. Look at this cat. I wouldn't trust this cat to take out my trash.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do it. Like, can you imagine sitting in Washington and you've been in you know, dealing with the reflection pool for what, 30 years, and this person walk in and say, okay, I'm in charge now. You're like, what's going on? Like, what is happening? And let me tell you something. And white people know this. Don't think they don't know. Don't think those bourgeoisie white people like Captain Sockwood bringing out. Those are the elite. Those are what they call blue blood politicians. And those people there, they don't like being around people like him, even though he's one of them. But it doesn't. There was a time in Washington where you had people who controlled the optics. They would say, you know what? You can't stand here. Stand to the right. Okay, you have to wear this color suit. You can't be this. You know what I'm saying? They had people in Washington who went to school for communications and who understood the optics, and they understood putting the right person in the right position. And even when they were do photo ops, they would never allow nothing like this to happen in Washington D.C. It screams corruption. You understand? They would have to have you. You have to have a certain look. They have to try to polish you or groom you. Those people don't exist no more in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
they're gone. And that's why you have this right here, Exhibit A, right in front of you. I bet you that hoe got a better pool than the reflection pool. A pun intended. Like I yield.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead, Cap.
Also, if I could, like, and you could look a person like, I know his type well. This is the type of devil who's been bullied all his life and has embraced the identity of a villain. That's why he's around that cigar. He's one of them people who proudly say, "Yeah, I'm the asshole." Everybody hates working under him. He's abusive, he's arrogant, and he's stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he believes as long as he has power, he can have anything he wants. He look at that bimbo next to him. He knows she don't love him. He's like, this is what power got me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the example of what the oppressor is. I mean, he's a perfect example of what the oppressor is. Knows he should not have power, but he has all the power.
That's right. Like what turns him on is that his money could make her do it. He doesn't get turned on because she desires him, like, you know, she's desiring him, like, I have to be with him. What turns him on is, I got something and you willing to do something with me because I got this thing, which is just retarded as hell. It's just, you know, beyond. I mean, like, if he didn't have money, he would be looking to violate a school, and you all know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
He'd be looking to violate a school. So let's go. Where we going next?
I don't know if you want to tackle play that video. No, we could skip that one. We know the Catholic Church, you know what I mean?
They're spending a rack of money though.
Yeah.
Them niggas spending plenty money for boy booty.
Yeah. Well, I realize, you know what I mean, they and all have the social media or the media group. I mean, they're paying top dollar for that, man. To cover them thing up. No, the stuff with Europe, where they say some the road melt or something melt on the tracks.
Yeah.
The number 13. It's a video, I think.
All right.
And to show people what's going on. Yeah, it's number 13. It's just a link to click on.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up on this machine here. I wouldn't have access to the story here. Hold on. You could go ahead and whoever reading it could go ahead and read, but I think I have.
No, there's nothing to read. I think.
Yes, like I said, it's a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put a link in the chat for me, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way I could definitely grab it, you know, from there.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, like the Lord trying to tell them, you know what I mean, you're not supposed to be in charge for real.
That's right.
Okay. It's up there.
You can't handle, you can't handle the heat. You telling me you cannot handle the heat?
Come on.
Which means you're a caveman.
According to
You're
them,
a caveman.
there was in Egypt. According to them, there was in Egypt building them pyramids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is one. This is the one. Good night.
Yeah. And in the Caribbean too, like with the heat, you go take a look at some of how the houses like 20 years ago.
I thought it was clear. Let me pull it back from the start.
And that's a tar.
Yeah.
Good night.
Look like India for a minute, but yeah, that's tough.
So, like I said, if it's playing sound, we can't hear any sound.
All right, hold on. Let me start. It's just like what do you call that thing? Like ambient music.
Oh, come on.
It's not even a report.
Come.
At least not yet.
So that 41 degrees Celsius is 105 degrees Fahrenheit.
105 degrees Fahrenheit.
Good and melted. You know what I mean?
Their societies, man. And listen, it's design. It's just like almost like how when it snowed in the south and places like Texas, Atlanta. People up north would be like, man, you'll get 4 or 5 inches. You can't handle that. It's the infrastructure. The infrastructure that ain't made for that shit. And that's what's happening. The Lord is turning it up on them.
Yeah.
He turning the whole volume up on them.
And this goes to show you could plan how much ever you want to plan. You better factor the Lord in.
Come.
And these devils don't factor the Lord in.
No, for what? For what?
No.
Why would they?
You know what I mean?
Why would they act like this is this is the tracks is melting, and this got to be whatever little buffer they put in between, whatever little rubber for the expansion and contraction of the tracks.
Yeah.
It should melt and bubble out of the damn groove onto the sidewalk looking like cow dung.
Yeah. That's what I say look like India. It's like
good night.
And it's like if I could, sir, the summer ain't even started yet. Like, I mean, it started, but like it ain't even got as hot as it's gonna get. We just in the beginning of July. It's a whole nother month and another 60 days of this. If they, if the tracks is bubbling up, pretty soon the electrical wires are gonna overheat and blow out the damn off the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get bad. It's going to get worse.
So like I was just thinking about that, Cap. I was thinking about all the, the technology with the data centers and all that with the heat, they want to the technology. Well, Mother Earth is frying your motherboard when you do You see, like you saying that technology it can only go under so much heat. You know what I'm saying? They gotta it can only cool it so much. If you go you pumping out all that data and all that stuff, man, it can't survive under these conditions. You know what I'm saying? Constant heat. You know what I'm saying? At high grade, man. Look, the Lord is not playing out here, man. Once again, anybody with some sense would say, man, God is angry with us,
right?
They don't want to, they reject the Lord. Like they have a God complex to the point where I have to challenge God. I have to the heat. I have to conquer the heat. I have to conquer everything the Lord is putting on. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is humbling him. You know what I'm saying? He can humble. He can take a mosquito and look how he did with Egypt. All the plagues. You know what I'm saying? That came from the Lord, man. When the Lord started plaguing the place, it don't matter about your technology. It don't matter about your, you know what I'm saying? Like Captain Mashak brought out the infrastructure and all those different things, man. He will bring the ground beneath your feet, man. You won't be able to stand on it. We would not be able to stand on it when he really turned the heat up on you, man. And that's what he's doing. That's once again another sign for this empire and these kingdoms that they getting ready to go up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like I
play the rest of it.
That was it basically.
Now, I think that's some devil. Is she gonna say something?
Might, but it'll show you I do it in the pool too. Like they're
totally
for sure on
the trams can't operate. It's simply just hot. There aren't enough public drinking water fountains in Leipzig where people.
The drinking fountains you all would say is whites only. The Lord said not even the drinking fountains you could drink from.
People can cool down. Not all of the fountains in Leipzig are operating, so it would be nice if we were better prepared.
Salakia, sir, if I could as well, while the video plays. Well, I was gonna say, in Arizona right now, there's one of them rivers that's come off the Colorado down in Pacific Southwest. They talking about this river basin. It's a dam they got somewhere in Arizona that used to have so much water in it that they needed to build a dam to stop it from flooding the plains or whatever that the river feeds into. They said the water then got so low that it's at a level right now where if it doesn't rain or they don't replenish that water, it'll never come back again. I forget the name of it, man. I watched a documentary little video on YouTube yesterday. I can see if I can pull it up, but they saying that it's so hot and it hasn't been raining that the water levels are so low that the water will never come back. It gets dried up so bad, and they saying this river basin, the water from it is what feeds the public water system for a lot of them states in the Southwest. In danger of losing their water for good is like parts of Arizona, parts of New Mexico, parts of Nevada, and it's like a ecological crisis right now. I'm gonna try to find the video, sir, if I'll pull it up and post the link. But this is a problem. It's the Lord. Like, it's an existential crisis, one of many that's taking place. And like the scriptures say, man, the Most High said that he was going to visit these devils and he was not going to meet them as a man. Like the white man thinking he going to build a space force to go fight the Most High. He thinking he going to, build bombs and, he trying to use the CERN to go into the, fourth dimension and deal with the dark matter. The Lord will just turn the temperature up on you.
Yeah.
And burn and fry everything. And you won't even be able to get the, simple sustenance that you need to survive, because the Lord will just take it all away. He'll take it off. He'll just take the thing you need to live off of the table, and then you're going to have to turn and beg to him and plead with him, because you cannot defeat the Most High. You can't fight against him. He's not a man. You know what I'm saying?
You right there. Listen, just today I was talking to a warrior about it. I'm like, everybody talking about gas prices. Gas prices high, gas prices high. I can't tell the way y'all be zooming past me to rush to the light, wasting all that gas to drive 60 miles per hour to go 5 feet. I can't tell the way you're blasting that AC when it's just 80 something degrees. I know because I gonna laugh at me now, because before I would be like, man, turn that AC on, man. Because I could be like, man, this is my type of weather, because I done turned into you over the last week. When you feel somebody looking at you, I had the windows down, I got some music playing. I just feel like they're looking from both sides. And I'm like, what the fuck they looking at?
Yeah.
And but they're in there. It's like 86 degrees. It wasn't, as hot as it was today. And I'm like, the past few days in DC was decent. The sun was out, but it wasn't humid and shit. You driving the windows down, it feels good.
Right.
These niggas have the air blowing. And I look strange. And I'm like, you all can't tell me nothing about no gas prices. You're just lying.
Yep.
You're just mad you had to pay a little extra. That Trump lied to you all. You're really not, suffering that much. And if you are suffering that much, you're not built for suffering, because when shit really go bad, what will you do?
Right.
How will you really even survive? Like, we can adapt to some shit. We know how to move. We know how to cut certain shit back, but they don't.
Right.
They don't. They're talking about the air, the AC. They ain't know nothing about that wet towel on that bed. They ain't know nothing about that shit.
Right.
They ain't know nothing about the two fans, one blowing out, one blowing in.
Yep.
They don't understand how to survive. They don't really know this thing. They don't understand this thing. And it's good, because we do. We built for what's coming next. We are 100% built for it.
So like, I ain't gonna take too long. I worry. Didn't that say the fountain that they have there in the city is drinking for them to drink?
They said the fountains, the drinking fountains, some of them not working, and they don't have enough for them to drink. Not the fountains like the reflect, like the them pools they toss coins in. They have them, like the fountains that be in the schools.
Okay. Because I see this one dude inside there. He having a good time bathing.
Listen, it's so hot. They probably drink his bath water. Hell,
yeah, that's the same.
They'll be like, put some ice in that shit.
Yeah, Lord for sure doing that number on them.
Salaki, Cap. Oh no, Warren, I just want to let Captain Shock know. I posted a video, sir, in the chat. It's the Lake Powell Reservoir. If anybody want to look up what I was talking about, the Lake Powell Reservoir is responsible for feeding a lot of the water, projects in the Southwest. And it's an image that shows where it was in 2014 and where it is where it was in 2025. And they're saying it is at a point now where if they don't get no water in there, it's going to dry up, and people going, it's going to be a crisis for anybody that lives who's dependent on that water that's coming out of that reservoir. And that's for showers, for toilets, for all the things that you need water for. Salaki, Warren, you got it.
Come on, sir. And I thank the Lord for this. I think the Lord for this heat wave, because I'm gonna tell you this. I find it real interesting how you discover all this oil in Venezuela, all of a sudden they're having all these earthquakes. You know what I mean? You go in there into that land, you drill to the point where you don't care what happens to the people.
Yeah.
I mean, you drill to the point where, to hell with the people, I'm going after the oil, to the point where several earthquakes hit that land and several brothers and sisters had to pass away because of that. When the Lord tells you, it's showing us, he could turn the heat wherever. I mean, and I pray the Lord keeps turning up the heat, because they have to understand mourning in order for them to show mercy. That's what I mean, because that thing that happened in Venezuela, I found it really weird. Like, all this time, no earthquakes. All of a sudden now you discover oil, earthquake after earthquake now. I mean, anybody who knows this devil knows he hiding his hand, but his hands are full of blood. Salaki.
Listen, you say something that's so heavy, and okay, I ain't sure if it's the drilling or if it's the Lord bring it to stop them from taking it, like to further put America in a bind because of what's going on in the streets. Who knows if in behind closed doors that Trump and them saying, well, listen, man, Iran ain't want to play ball. They keep reneging on this deal. How long will it take for us to get up and running in Venezuela? Well, it'll take 6 to 8 weeks or whatever else. All right, let's put that in place. Let's start this week. Boom, earthquake. It ain't starting in 6 to 8 weeks. It's going to take you a while to even get in there to do nothing. Because, brother, okay, I'm looking for the interview for the last half hour. There's an interview with a sister from Asha, and they're talking about the devastation. The same day of the earthquake, there was I think 2 planes land with deportees. The damn, I think they're all dead. The hotel they were staying in is collapsed. Men, women, and children. A lot of people died. Brother, there's this interview with his sister, and she's talking about the devastation. And she's saying, we need the help. She said, right now we need the help. And then she say, I'm not, I'll rely on God. I'm not relying on the politicians, because they didn't help us before and they ain't helping us now. I'm gonna rely on God to come help me. God gonna come help me. And I heard that thing there, and I understand we lost brothers and sisters. And it was very clear to me why the Lord is having happen what happened. Like, we at the point now, the Lord wants his people back. Right. The Lord wants his people. And that statement, brother, it was such a silver line into even the news report to hear her say that shit. To hear her say, the white man lose money on the trading stock. He not thinking about God. He want to kill himself.
That's right.
This sister said she lost her family in the house. They're still looking for them. They're still looking for siblings. She was describing how she had to run out the house. This says, I think 58,000 buildings fallen. 58,000 buildings. And she said, I'm turning my back on the politicians. I'm going to rely on God. Brother, come on, like that's what you like. We the people of the Lord, like that reminded me of the sister in the Apocrypha with the 7 sons. When they said, we know we brought this destruction on us, but we'll come back in another life. The Lord gonna give us back our hands. He'll give us back this. After everything she done seen, she's saying, I'll rely on the Lord. Brother, there's no light in Venezuela now. The place is destroyed. There's no supermarkets. There's no readily accessible water. And she's not turning her back on the Lord. She turned it on them politicians, though, because she said they ain't helping. She didn't even talk about it. I'm going to find it, brother. You have to hear her say it. I'm like, well, boy, like we at a time now where the Lord is moving in the earth.
That's right.
If she's saying that, we at a time the Lord is fully in swing with this thing here.
So, like I said, that point that you just made is so heavy in that's exactly what preceded the Lord sending us Moses to deliver us out of Egypt. Like the Lord heard the cry of the children of Israel.
Right.
And that's the thing that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, wherever you are on the earth, you are God's chosen people. And when everything that we have leaned on fails, and it will, just like it failed for the sister down in Venezuela, it's been failing us here in America. It's been failing our brothers in the Caribbean. It's been failing our brothers and sisters in the UK. Like when every institution and system fails, we only have one thing, but it's the one thing that always mattered. And it's the Most High God. And if we just cry unto our power, you understand? And like the scripture said we did in Egypt, the Lord will deliver us. And he's sending Christ back. The Most High God is sending back Christ to deliver us. And he's coming to do it this time, you understand, in a way that is going to be remembered. It's just, I mean, it's going to be astonishing. Just to see how I always laugh because I hear white people talk and I see their arrogance and their military might. And then I just watch videos. I like to watch videos of natural disasters and I like to see videos like how white people look and act during tornadoes and hurricanes. And to me, it's so easy how quick the Lord puts everything back in its proper perspective of how these white people are small. They seem mighty and great, but they are small in the grand equation. The Lord still has authority. He still has the power. He still has the final say so. And these natural disasters, this heat wave, these earthquakes, this drought. I watched the same documentary, Captain Saga War, or that drought at the reservoir in Lake Powell and how that Colorado River sustains all those major 7 states, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. It sustains that entire zone over there. And just how they scrambling to try to find a plan on how they can sustain life. And it's like, man, you can't box against the Lord. I think anybody understands that better than anybody. It would be us, the children of Israel. Like we know intimately we cannot box with the Lord. And I think the Lord that his people are turning back to him, even if we don't know who and what that looks like. There's something like Captain Shaka was saying, we are God's people. And there's something in us that innately it turns back to, okay, well, I ain't got nothing else but God. White people don't have that. Like they have something in them where it's rebellious, where it's like the Lord will send a tornado and he'll tear everything down. And there's something in them that's rebellious, where it's like, well, we'll just rebuild it back again. They don't think to say God is against us and we should get the hell out of here. Like there's something in us that's like, we gonna turn to God. So like it.
Listen, Cap, you so right. And okay, within them, they don't just rebuild, but they try to fight the tornado.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll scream at it. I'm right here. Come get me. Like, who the fuck you talking to? Right. Like, they'll put it on TV, like if it's Mother Nature and, oh, he's a badass, he's crazy. That's his rebellion against God. That's why the Lord called him a bastard. Like he's somebody that does not have a father. His father disowned him. Mm-hmm. We have a father. We have that, and we recognize that type of authority. He doesn't have one. He doesn't have one, so he raging at everything, any and everything. Something happened. He don't say the Lord is against him. He said, we will rebuild. We're going to fight this. We're going to fight that. We're going to fight this and fight and fight. And okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's like that old show, sir.
Go ahead.
The Bionic Woman? We can rebuild them. We can faster. No matter what happens, they can rebuild and it's going to be better than before. So they'll never learn the lesson. It's like,
yeah.
And so, like I said, what I could, or if I could, that's the problem. That's what happens when you make yourself God. That's what happens when you imagine that you are the higher power. Anytime you're faced with the realization of just how fragile and small you are, you have to rage against it in the most prideful way. And that's what, the Lord is revealing to our people and to everyone on the earth, that there is a power that's greater than the white man. There is a power that supersedes them, and everyone should respect and acknowledge and be admonished by that power. The white man is the only one that will not. You know what I'm saying? Particularly with what y'all saying with these natural disasters, these other nations, their cultures don't rebel against the Most High. I'm trying to make sure I'm clear what I'm saying. The Asian man, when the typhoon comes, he does not rage against the typhoon. He runs and is scared, and they respect nature. The East Indian man, whatever his belief system is, he doesn't rage against against the heat and against the pestilence, you know what I'm saying? And they're worshiping their gods. They try to find a way to make it right with their God. They try to find a way to, correct whatever been going on that caused them to suffer this way. The white man is the only one that'll have a hurricane come down and wipe everybody away and then say, damn that hurricane, we're going to rebuild. So they're going to wipe everybody away, and they say, you know what, we're going to rebuild right in this tornado alley. We are not going to be, deterred by the storm. The white man is the only one that will not respect and acknowledge the Most High, which is why the Most High had to wipe. God has to wipe him out, and is wiping him out the way that he's doing it. So,
Hey, somebody in the comment read my mind, because I was just about to talk about Lieutenant Dan on Forrest Gump. I was just about that. That's exactly what that is. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He hated the Most High. The storm came. He out there speaking against the Most High in the storm.
Right.
That's his nature.
Yeah.
You know like, the earth, you know what I'm saying? That everything is counterintuitive to his existence. You know what I'm saying? Why can't the sun obey me? Why can't the wind obey me? Because he wants to be God. He has a God complex, a devil with a God complex. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? And then now, but it like I said, when you hear it's crazy, because when you hear them talk about the things that they can't control, it puts you in the psyche of how he thinks. Like, once again, he classifies it as an enemy, believe it or not. Like, okay, the heat, okay, even death itself. The fact that he has to deal with his own mortality, he struggles with that.
Right.
He wants to find the fountain of youth. He wants to find, he's really looking for what the Lord is offering us, eternal life. Like, that's the irony of it. Like, the Lord has told us how to gain eternal life. He's trying to find a scientific way or a man-made way to produce that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Some serum or some cell or something that he's trying to create. And that is the irony of the whole thing. Once again, the total compare and contrast between Jacob and Esau. I mean, it's biblical. So, like, I yield, Captain.
I could, sir. And I'm going to sound absolutely crazy, as always. But I was looking, he's such a fugitive, right? He's such a fugitive, and that's why he's so rebellious. I was wondering, I asked myself, why is it that white people are always jogging? Is it that they're instinctively running from something? Like by nature, you don't want your race that just jogs. You got a certain age, you go out, you just jog. I mean, what are you running from? I always think about it like, is this the Lord showing us who the fugitive is on the earth? The one who should be always on the run. I mean, because it came to my mind because what y'all saying is so heavy, because he's so rebellious against the Lord. That's why in the scripture says the Lord gonna have to bring him down. He's not gonna come down. He's not gonna step down. He's not gonna bow down. The Lord's gonna have to bring him down because he's so arrogant that he wants to make his nest amongst the stars. He wants to be like the Most High.
That's
right.
I
mean, and that's why he runs into something like a heat wave, and he finds out that he's not only human, that he's subhuman because we can survive those type of heats. He can't.
Salaki, if I could, too, with Captain Cahan brought out was so heavy, and even with the Lieutenant Dan on Forrest Gump, you know what I'm saying? We serve a king and have access to a power where we could just talk to a storm and it'll calm down. You know what I'm saying? We have access to a power. If we just obey the Most High and live righteously and have the faith of a mustard seed, we could walk on the water.
Right.
We could tell the mountain to move, and the mountain would go from thence. It'll fall into the sea. And that's the thing that our oppressor, that's what angers them the most. It's like in the New Testament when the disciples was out casting demons, and the cat said, "Man, I see this power y'all got. Let me get some of that, man. How much that costs? Let me pay you to get some of that power." Our oppressor wants to take a shortcut. They want to create their own form of the power. They want to generate their own form of the power because they don't want to bow down and humble themselves and live righteously. They know what they know they can never do is obey the laws. They could never live righteously. They could never subject themselves to a way of life that forces them to not be deviant, to not harm their children, to not rage war and lust for blood and all the things that's in them. So because they know they could never live up to the standard that the Lord set, they do everything they can to try and create their own form of power. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is doing these things so that we can understand and recognize that as the people of the Lord, we have access to that power and we can be this. I mean, Christ said, the things that you see me do, you're going to do greater.
Right.
In the midst of the heat wave, in the midst of the heat dome and all the water reservoirs drying up, the Lord's people going to do y'all go check me. I might get checked, but the Lord's people will do a dance and make it rain. God damn it! The Lord's people are, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a Goshen. We'll be in Goshen, and the rain will fall right where we are. We'll gather that rain up and gather the water, and where our oppressor is, it'll be drought, and they will be nigh unto death and coming and begging and saying, "Please, if you just give us a drop of that water." Nah, you can't get this water. This is black. This is Israelite only water. This is righteous only water. You can't have access to this water. You know what I'm saying? That's the power that the Lord has, and that's what he requires from us, to obey him and to serve him and to live righteously so we can have access to that power that will enable us to be able to survive and live while our oppressors, are unalived and like it was for the Passover. That angel of death came through. And while we was in there keeping the Passover and having that lamb, that angel passed over all of us while it tormented and destroyed our enemies. Like the Lord wants us to know that if we just obey him and be the people he called us to be and would serve him, that all these things we see befalling our oppressors would never come and touch near us. A lot.
That's right.
That's right. All right. You all want to move on? You want to get number 3?
I'm with it, Cap.
Yeah, please. Give me a second. I'm trying to find that clip for y'all. It's an audio clip. Y'all had to hear how the sister talk. I mean, it was manful. Like she had nothing else to rely on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to come right back. But y'all can go ahead and move on. Right?
Okay, come on.
Number 3. I'm looking for right now. Which one is number 3?
Number 3 is with Trump. America 250. I think we had started.
I got it, sir.
Okay.
America 250. A look at Trump's freedom trucks that are sanitizing Black history.
And you see the word they're using whitewash. You understand? Sanitizing it. Yeah, they're whitewashing it. Read on.
The White House pictures these mobile museums as a cohesive version of American history. Critics argue they are sanitizing Black history. Rolling across the country under the banner of America's 250th anniversary, President Trump's freedom trucks might be heading to a city near you. Although the White House calls the mobile museums a newly launched fleet of double-wide 18-wheelers, a cohesive version of American history, critics argue they are the exact opposite, sanitizing Black history in the process.
You understand? Like, and that whole thing with Black people, like we always trying to teach the white man about our history. Why would he want to know about your history? Why you want to teach him about your history? You understand? Like, we are going to have to teach our kids about our history. That's what the UPK is all about. You know what I mean? You could call us a hate group, whatever you want, until you come and sit down in the class and recognize we love black people. And we're not going to sanitize it. We're not going to lie to you. You understand? The white man been lying about his history, lying about it, and making it feel like he worked hard. But no, he killed, he murdered, he unalive, he lynched. You understand? He raped. He did all of that for his kingdom. You understand? But you want him to see your history for what? So he won't be able to look himself in the mirror. He can't lie to his kids and say, granddaddy, he worked hard. He had such and such land and took care of these cattle, this, that, the other. You want him to learn about your history. Why we don't force to teach our kids about our history?
Right.
That's what we should be fighting for. He's the devil. He's going to sanitize it. He wants to feel good. Read on.
Come on. Rachel Resnier, Freedom 250 spokesman, said in the organization.
What's her name?
Rachel Resnier.
You understand? Now, can we go teach about the Holocaust? Can we go sanitize the Holocaust? Can we go do it? Can we go teach the oppressor about his Holocaust? You'll never allow it. But somehow, they always want to teach you about your history. You understand? They want to leave you out like you in part of America. Because they're trying to tell you, you were never part of America. We need to wake up and recognize. Read on.
Rachel Resnier, Freedom 250 spokesman, said the organization is sparking a unifying movement across all 50 states that celebrates the American spirit and showcases our nation at its best, according to Reuters. However, critics assert that the Freedom Trucks are missing institutional accountability while offering a heavily whitewashed version of American history in its place.
Yeah. You all think we be saying the white man the devil because we like the ring to it? Nah. We be saying it because of things like this. What he be doing? You understand? Because he does not want to own up. That's why the Bible call him a fugitive.
Right.
He's trying to hide and run from, from accountability. Let's use the word they use. He don't want to be held accountable for what he did to us. Because if he have to be held accountable for what he did to us, then according to their law, he got to pay up. You would have to. Read on.
Come on. When visitors step onto the tricked out trucks, an AI-generated George Washington greets them dressed in a black velvet coat. After introducing himself, the life-size AI Washington asks, "Are you willing to pledge your lives, your fortunes, and your sacred honor for the American cause? The fate of the country, the fate of liberty is in your hands."
Boy.
So they bring back a life-size George Washington to greet you at the door.
Yeah. And ask you if you want to pledge your life to this place.
So, if I could,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, sir, these devils want They wish so bad they could live in the days where they took teeth out of slaves' mouths and put them in their own.
Yeah.
They so bad want to be back in the days where they just, and with this way this AI set up, I guarantee you that they have two responses that George Washington give you. One response when the devil walk in, and another response when black people are present. That AI recognizes a black coming in there, and he come and give a different greeting. Go look at who did the article. I guarantee you, whoever did the article, they have a one AI for the politically correct, was giving a politically correct response. Then there's another AI for the good old boys. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm George Washington. You want to hear about how the good old days and, you know what I'm saying, when America was great? Like, these devils want so badly to go back to that time where the only thing they had was that they knew they were above us. Like, they feel it slipping away. They feel it getting away from them, that after this time that we in now, they will never be able to say that they were better than us. And so they put out all the stops to try and capture that feeling, to try and capture that last little bit of we're better than you, because the Lord has had it up to here. So like,
that's right.
If I could, Cap.
Come on.
Cap Sucker War. I don't know if he would even have to change his language for that, sir. Because the question he asked, it depends on who you asking the question. Listen to it. He says, are you willing to pledge your lives, your fortunes, and your sacred honor for the American cause? You ask that to a white man, you ask that to a slave, you're asking two different questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who you ask that question, when it says, are you willing to pledge your lives? The slaves did. The white man claims he did also, but we know who gave their lives to build this land. You know who sacrificed for the American cause.
You're right.
That's what I mean. So that, like, it is two different questions, though. It's definitely two different questions, but it's the word is the same, but based on who you ask that question, it means something different to them.
Absolutely,
I mean, sure.
Absolutely,
you're right.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot. If I could, those on they got 6 Freedom trucks, right? And they gave a $14 million grant for 6 Freedom trucks.
Now imagine that. Sir, did you just say there's $6 million for 6 trucks?
14 million.
14 million. So that's 2-point-something million a truck.
Again, that's extortion. It's like, if I could, that just made me think of a scene from that movie Independence Day. Y'all remember the movie Independence Day when they revealed that they had the aliens, right? And they was like, they had the spaceships and stuff. And one guy asked, well, how do they fund all of this? Where did it come from? And the main character cat's father was like, well, the government, you don't actually think a toilet costs $50,000, do you? Or they pay, $70,000 for a hammer. Like, the way the government writes off money, they absolutely stealing everything.
Yeah.
A guy they released a report. This was like a few months ago, that since Donald Trump got in the White House, the kitchen staff had to submit a request for new silverware because forks and cups and plates keep disappearing. Meaning they having dinner at the White House. Donald Trump and whoever he having dinner with, they stealing the plates, stealing the forks. They put in a request to replace the missing 114 forks. Do you want to know how much a fork in the White House costs? The fork is like $725.
I'm leaving here with something.
They want listen, the head of the kitchen staff requested like a $70,000 budget to replace the forks and the cups and the plates. And then they showed the place where they go order this stuff from. It's a $700 fork. I'm not lying. So I'm not making this up. This is not hyperbole. There's $700 forks out there. I give there's a $500 soup spoon. There's a $600 tablespoon, a $500 coffee stirrer. It's a spoon, 3 different spoons, all of them over $500. And that's how they spending this money. So when Donald Trump ordered a virtual reality truck, it's a bust down, a Chevy cargo van, gut it out, put TVs in it, and just open the doors they open the doors so you can watch the screens. And they say that each one of them was $2 point something million. They paid $30,000 for that truck, hired some white man to trick it out like Pimp My Ride, and took the other 13 million and put it in somebody's pocket. So like,
that's crazy.
That's insane. That's insane.
And so, like, if I could,
yeah, please.
Now they did that. Now he put more money in them trucks than he would do for education, for the teachers and books. Like, let's go to show you right there. And let me tell you, especially down south, these devils don't care nothing about no education out here. They care more about the football team and sports. The only time they really start talking about education is when you start challenging them and you start to gain some traction. Like if you like a standout like academia, or you put some scholarship behind what you study that challenges them, that's when they say we gotta stop the corruption of the minds of the youth.
Right.
That's when they want to talk about the education. But up until the end, they don't care. As long as you agree, it's history. But when you disagree, it's critical race theory. Like these people here, they don't give a. I hope one of these trucks stop by in front of the camp. I hope they do. I hope they I want to see how this virtual. I want to ask you questions. I yield.
Yeah.
You want to answer from George Washington, sir?
Exactly. I'm gonna say. Oh, what nice teeth you have, George Washington. Where did you get those teeth from, George Washington? Like I yield.
I warrant you will continue reading. There's two more paragraphs.
Come on, sir. Even when the exhibits knowledge acknowledge
skip that one. Go to the next one.
Come on. Critics argue that the Prager University designed material deliberately downplays the generational trauma and horrific realities of the slave trade.
And I know as you read it, not because I'm a warrior cop. Think about what's going on right now. Why is Israel behaving like that right now? And people complaining. Why you all complaining about what Israel is doing to Palestinians right now, or the Lebanese right now? When this happened to black people, and nobody's saying nothing about it. They don't play the what? The generational what? Trauma. You know, is that's telling you forget about slavery. That's telling you lace your boots up and forget about slavery. That's telling you what your forefathers died for. Just forget about it. Let's live. Be American. You understand? And now you want to come and make policies for the so-called Lebanese and the Iranians and and the Palestinians.
Right.
You want to cry for them? When this is happening to black people right now, you're going to blame us for this?
Come on.
You're going to blame us for this? For the way America treated us? For the way England treated us? You don't think we try that? We try to fight back? You read about Nat Turner.
Right.
We tried. But these devils want to leave that out. That's why I say read them on a 2 paragraph and you'll see. Read.
Come on. Replacing raw historical facts with watered down versions that treats America's most horrific transgressions as minor footnotes. While squarely telling on one side of the story, the trucks celebrates the nation's founding while simultaneously denying the systematic violence that built it.
And you are a black man in politics. You working for the white man. You don't love your people. Read that next part. These kicker right here.
At its core, the Freedom Trucks also paint an unmistakable picture of America as a white Christian nation, while a select few black icons like Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King Jr., and Rosa Parks are given brief token nods among the exhibition.
Good night.
50 American heroes.
So like, that let you know right there. You know, there was also some freedom. They had freedom rides. It wasn't called freedom trucks back then. They were called freedom rides. They bombed them.
Right.
In Alabama and Mississippi. I wonder if the truckers going to talk about that since they want to have the term freedom. You understand? Like these people, let me tell you something. Your memory is revolutionary. Your memory is the resistance. Your oppressor don't want you to have a memory. You understand? You remembering what happened to your ancestors is resistance. And just, they like once again, they picking who they want to pick. They ain't talking about all the other ones that stood up against the oppression. You understand? So like I yield.
So like I said, if I could, you know, what Captain I thought the last thing you said, sir, was so heavy in that to deny the history of what we've suffered in this place, to be a black and in politics, you got to be a sellout. You got to be a traitor. You know what I'm saying? And for them to name Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, as for him to be the token that they recognize in their rewriting of the history of this place, it goes to show you the reward of a sellout. Now, Salaki, if Christ is not back, and you know, in a short time, the next name that they're gonna add to that list of black champions of white supremacy has got to be that nigga Clarence Thomas. Salaki, there's a story number 2 on the list. I don't know. Did he finish reading the last paragraph, sir?
Just read that he did, but then we had he could tie in the brothers and them the Native Indians because they stole the land from them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, Aurium.
The displays overwhelmingly honor white men.
Go ahead.
And good luck finding any notable mentions of Native Americans. The trucks, however,
that's good.
That's savage.
That's ridiculous.
Come on, sir.
Listen, that ain't that ridiculous. I think being separate from this world, we kind of, the touch is not the word, but we take for granted that certain things is known. And I again, just going over the independence thing, I watch a whole ton of interviews today, and this teacher somewhere, she thinks she's a member of the Cherokee Nation. I think this is a devil. Nonetheless, she's asking these kids about the 250 anniversary and, you know, what does it mean and where did America get the land from? And, you know, the kid answering is a white kid. And yes, America, and who did they get it from? The Native Indians. And she said, who are the Native Indians? She said, those are the people who first lived on the land before anybody else. And the child talking real slow and kind of articulate, so you could tell they asked those questions before and somebody gave, you know, spoke to taught them this. And then she said, so where are the Native Indians today? The child said, I don't think they exist anymore.
God damn.
I'm trying to tell you, like the Lord, like that earthquake in Venezuela, we are spiritually in a rubble like that. Right. The Lord had to come and erect us out the ground. He had to come and take us out the ground. It's bad, brother. It's really bad. It's 100% bad. That's why I really want to find that interview to get. I don't even know if I'll find it tonight. I done been through. I tried to backtrack on all these things I watched today, and you know when you go down the rabbit hole. I can't even. I should have saved the damn links. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah. I think that's it on that one. We could jump to the one that Sacco was talking about. What number that was? That was 2.
Number 2 with the birthright citizenship ruling from the Supreme Court. So like,
yeah, that ties in good with us.
Oh God.
if I could, just you know, while he get looking for the story. So, you know what I'm saying? The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 or 5-4, depending on how you're looking at it, that they upheld the birthright citizenship from the 14th Amendment. 14th Amendment was passed, said that anybody born in America, they're a U.S. citizen. And so Donald Trump tried to get that reversed in the midst of him doing all the ICE deportations of our brothers and sisters from South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. And the writing was on the wall that if they reversed the 14th Amendment, then not only was our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, Central and South America under attack, but that next day was going to come for black people. You know what I'm saying? Come for our rights as citizens, and basically it's open season on all of us, right? If they would have repealed it, now every state would have had the right to decide who was a citizen, who wasn't a citizen. So the Supreme Court upheld it, meaning they went against Trump. They went against the whole reversing of the 14th Amendment. So because they upheld it, now anybody that's born in the country is a U.S. citizen.
Right.
Now, the three Supreme Court justices that went against the ruling are conservatives that were appointed by Donald Trump recently, with the exception of Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is a Negro that got on that Supreme Court because of affirmative action. Clarence Thomas is a Negro that got in the position that he's in because of DEI. Clarence Thomas is a cat that was given all the benefits from that civil rights movement, and he is exactly what the civil rights movement was designed to produce, which is a fully assimilated, a fully integrated, a fully white supremacist-minded black man in a white supremacist-minded person in a black flesh suit. Because the paragraphs that he wrote in his dissent and his reasoning for why he voted to overturn the 14th Amendment goes to show you just how diabolically evil the minds of our people are that have fully accepted the mindset of our oppressor.
That's right.
So, like your Warren, you go ahead and read the story.
Come on.
I got it right here. So, like, were you at a particular place or at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Okay, I got you. Expert, why the birthright citizenship ruling still impacts Black Americans. Following SCOTUS's ruling on birthright citizenship, one legal expert warned that while the case began as an immigration issue, all Black Americans should be paying close attention. The Supreme Court has officially delivered one of its most highly anticipated rulings of the 2025 to 2026 term, after months of intense national debate over birthright citizenship. On Tuesday, the court ruled 6-3 that the Constitution guarantees automatic birthright citizenship to all children born in the country, blocking President Donald Trump's 2025 executive order seeking to restrict birthright citizenship. But what does it mean for African Americans? In an exclusive interview with The Root, political law attorney, strategist, and commentator Nicole Robinson said the court made the right choice. I, myself, and other legal scholars were surprised that the Supreme Court even took this case up, given its long-founded history in the United States, Robinson said.
And you know what's so nice too? In that when it comes to the laws, the Bible say it doesn't change.
That's right.
Nothing in that Bible change. But because this were created by men, by white men, they could change. That's why they call it what? The 14th Amendment.
Right.
You understand? Trump get the right people in there. The right president get the right people in there. That is going to change. And let's keep it real. You have birthright citizenship, but you're not treated like Americans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a white America and there's a black America. We clearly see it in the justice system. We clearly see it in the health system. We clearly see it in the educational system. It's different. This whole birthright stuff is to distract you from reality about what's taking place in America. What's taking place in America? You are not a citizen, but you're labeled as a citizen. That's why the cops treat you different than the white man. That's why the justice system treats you different than white people. Where black schools? Where they are? I remember you did I think you did a breakdown on the soccer war with the black schools, like how much we had coming out of slavery and how much we had right now. You understand? We not treated the same. And this Clarence Thomas, as you say now, like he trying to take Martin Luther King place. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way I could put it. He trying to be, a statue. When he finish, a year.
So like, yeah, I'm not sure if this article is going to state it, but put it in the chat, Captain Mashak. I looked at the Google results for the Clarence Thomas dissent, right? And this diabolically evil nigga, Salakia, Sir Salak, this diabolically evil bastard stated that the reason why he voted to overturn the 14th Amendment is that the 14th Amendment only applied to freed slaves. Like this nigga is saying that if you were not of the slaves that were freed, then citizenship is not granted to you under the 14th Amendment, which does what? Which completely negates and ignores the suffering of our brothers and sisters in Central and South America. Completely negates and ignores the suffering of our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. It attempts to divide us even further, as though the slavery and the oppression we suffered here in the States was different than the slavery and the suffering that they experienced. And it just goes to show you that these sellout Negroes and these coons will bend, like they're lower than the white man, if I could, Salakia. Like even the white conservatives that dissented or went against this ruling, they didn't have the gall to type this out, to say this out loud. They didn't have the vitriol and the hatred to put their name to it. But this Negro was could not wait to be able to type this. And if you read it, it absolutely reads like the nerve and the audacity of these illegals and these immigrants and these aliens to come over here and take what belongs to us, when it's like, so like I don't have the words to really express the anger and the frustration, because he's not talking about the East Indian immigrants. He's not talking about the Chinese immigrants. He's not talking about the immigrants from Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan, the immigrants from the damn Ukrainian war. He's speaking against the Lord's people. He's speaking against blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, the brothers and sisters in Central and South America and the Caribbean. And it just goes to show you that these are the same Negroes that had Christ unalive. These are the same cats that were seeing Christ out there in the streets speaking, trying to bring the tribes together. And they said to themselves, man, if we leave him alone, everybody will follow him and he will take away our seat. Like this is an evil, diabolical nigga, this Clarence Thomas, and these things he said out of his mouth, he should repent, or the Lord, he gonna be judged for it. If I could just read some of it. Captain Mashak got it on the screen, but I'm gonna read this part. It says, Justice Clarence Thomas wrote a 91-page principled dissenting opinion in the landmark case Trump v. Barber, fiercely opposing the Supreme Court's 6-3 decision to strike down President Trump's executive order restricting birthright citizenship. In his lengthy dissent, Thomas argued that the court's decision devalues American citizenship and asserted that the ruling will not stand the test of time. He said the original intent for freed slaves. Thomas argued that the 14th Amendment citizenship clause was designed exclusively as a targeted, race-conscious remedy to secure equal rights and restore citizenship to formerly enslaved Black Americans. He wrote that it was meant for freed slaves such as Dred Scott, who had a domicile here and called America home, rather than temporary visitors or undocumented immigrants. repurposing the Constitution. He accused the majority of adding to the sad history of the 14th Amendment by allowing it to be repurposed for political projects that the Reconstruction Congress did not support. It says Thomas contended that the Reconstruction.
Salaki Sako, just add to what you're reading there too. He almost, like, if you listen to him, he's trying to tell black people they tricked you into believing you was a citizen. Listen to what he's trying to tell you. Like, black people today think that they could go and vote and make a change in society in this white America. You don't stand a chance. You're 14%. That whole giving you the right to go and vote, you know what I mean, but right, that was just to trick you, to make you think you were part of America. You understand? It was to trick you. And it worked. Because today you talking about even your preacher telling you to go vote. And it ain't working. Now you're angry.
That's right.
The problem is you angry with your brother next to you.
Right.
When your brother next to you, he ain't create these policies. Your brother next to you didn't create the 14th Amendment. He didn't do that. He didn't put you in a trick bag. He ain't in the same hell you in. Are you?
So, like, if I could, like, Clarence Thomas is a textbook definition of what not to be as a black man or black woman in America, or a Latino, Native American, Indian man. He's a textbook example of what not to be. A lot of people don't know they caught Clarence Thomas a day before the decision came out. They caught him coming out of the House Speaker Mike Johnson's office. A reporter caught him coming out of there a day before that they dropped this decision. And they was asking him, what are you doing down here? What you come out? What were you talking about? Why are you coming out of the office? Oh, I'm just going for a walk. He just laughed. What's funny? What's so funny? What are you doing down here? It looks like you've been compromised. If you coming out of the house, now here you are, a Supreme Court justice. Why are you coming out of Mike Johnson's office a day before the decision happened?
Right.
Are you giving them inside information of the new laws of the land? That's basically what was happening. Like this cat, when you read that scripture in Jeremiah 2:14, where it talks about is Israel a servant? Like, remember, brothers and sisters, a fool's logic will always cancel himself out.
Right.
Like this man here, now he'll discuss natural born citizenship, but he'll never discuss reparations. He'll never discuss all the other things that go along with that. As far as what happened to us, he'll never do it. Like this cat here, once again, he hates himself. He hates black. Once again, I gotta keep bringing it up. This nigga here know how to speak Geechee. This nigga right here know how to speak Geechee, and you do this to us. There's a traitor in every tribe, and Judah got plenty. This Negro here is ashamed of black people. I yield.
Yeah, like Clarence Thomas, he's letting you know who he's there for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, he's letting you know that for sure he's there for them and nobody else, and it's rough. You know what I mean? Like this and this ruling on the birthright citizenship is hanging by a thread because it was so close. I think it was such a close call. They're saying that Trump, even though the SCOTUS rule to uphold birthright citizenship, they say it's hanging by a thread because what was once a fringe argument is now like meat on the table.
Yeah,
because of the atmosphere that Trump puts in. Because okay, they uphold birthright citizenship, but they did not give any legs to the TPS, which is the temporary protective status. You know what I mean? They say that shit is done and was over and done with. So it's damn near like bargaining too. It's like bargaining chips. We're gonna give you all one, but we're gonna take this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because to do the two of them is probably not going to be good for the public. They considering every goddamn thing up. So they have to give a little, and it's politics, and it's a horrible thing. It's an absolutely horrible thing. Meanwhile, the Declaration of Independence, I recently read the whole thing up. One of the many charges they charged King George III with was, let me tell you, let me just read it right here. They said King George was putting things in place to infringe upon their right for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They said he has endeavored to prevent the population of the states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners. Which means King George was against immigration. And they thought this was against their rights to have foreigners come and become citizens, and they left UK. Now, would you look at that?
Yep.
Listen, another one, he said he has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people. Ain't that ICE and Doge?
Exactly.
Brother, I read this damn Declaration of Independence, and it was clear and evident to me that we need to separate to become American. Like, we can't join America to become American. Because the definition of being American is separating from a tyrant who they say he was doing so much abuses to them, Cap. They say he was abusing the 13 colonies so much and infringing on their rights. And this, brother, they said he was these. There's another part here. They said, hold on. He hold up. Where's the one with the judges? He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount of payment of their salaries. So you mean King George elected judges who would side with him against y'all? So what the hell is Trump doing? Brother, this place here is absolute hypocrisy. It's living, breathing, growing, moving hypocrisy.
Yeah.
It's backwards, Zach. And I'm damn near, like I told you brothers earlier, I couldn't believe what I was reading. I thought this was a fake Declaration of Independence because I'm reading about Trump and it's about King George. I'm reading top down about. Imagine King George created departments and sent officers to harass the people in the colonies.
Yeah,
it's that he dissolved the different departments that was the House of Representatives of the people. Trump went and just canceled departments. DOE gone. This thing gone. That one gone. Fire everybody. Put judges on the Supreme Court to side with him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, brother, this place here is rough. So now, when you see Clarence Thomas, when you see him, just understand that he's just in the vein of, what America did, what America fought King George against. He's in that vein. And if we have to be American, we can't join this place. We have to, by default, separate.
So like, sir, if I could, Commander General Yahanna was on here with us a few weeks ago, and he said something that was real heavy. He said that Declaration of Independence and that U.S. Constitution is an amazing document when it comes to a people's right to not suffer the indignity of oppression and being ruled over by a tyrant. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about how you read it, like the language, like it's revolutionary. The idea, the language, the unity of we not going to suffer being abused and taken advantage of, and having our human rights and dignity be violated. It just ain't right. These devils have lived long enough to to see themselves become the tyrant that they were fighting against.
Yes.
Like everything that document was written against, these devils have become it.
Yes.
In their lustful desire to not be replaced by a people who works harder than them, willing to sacrifice more than, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the cats that came to the colonies was the cats that was looking for a new world, a new life, a new opportunity. They was willing to put in the grind work and go and do this and that. So having them, their rights and their, dignity being violated, they couldn't suffer that. Well, now these devils are doing the same thing to us, and we can't suffer that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and you don't even have to go now. While they drafted this thing, they was infringing on our rights.
Absolutely.
While they drafted this thing, we were still slaves 1776. They were still, putting the Native Indians in reservations and committing genocide. And like, what is you even talking about?
It's a lot.
That's right.
Come on, Cap.
And it's crazy because there's a book called Counter-Revolution of 1776. Written by this man named Professor Gerald Horn. I've been trying to get. I want to have him sit down with Commander General Yahanna because he did a book on the revolution, and he talked about how really England they were trying to get rid of the slavery. They was going to abolish slavery, and the colonists, they didn't want to abolish slavery because that's what they were making profits.
Right.
So when it happened, they rebelled, and a lot of them, they resorted to piracy. A lot of theft happened. It was really treason, if you want to be honest with me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to call an ace and a spade, there you go. Dr. Gerald Horn, that book right there is a book, and it talks about what happened in Haiti, but a lot of things that happened in America around that time. And I think it goes in some of the financial index as well of what they were able to accumulate. But it just goes to show you this whole thing. When they talk about 1776 and the birthday of America and all this other thing, you got to understand, like, it's more than what they want to tell you. Once again, the article about the sanitized history, they don't want to tell you the real story. And the real story is brutal.
Yes.
Like, you want to talk about crimes against humanity. I mean, it's just crime. It was crime upon crime. And then not only that, rebelliousness against their own government that funded them, that fronted them, that gave them the seeds and the crops and all that. And then they became greedy. You understand? And it's just so many different angles to look at, but once again, hey, it's the 250th birthday of America this weekend. Go ahead and make a wish. The Lord about to blow out the candles.
Listen, man. Listen, Cap, they better pay attention to the prophecies. Like we see in pestilence, we see in famine, Ebola making a comeback. They say that Ebola is you playing Russian roulette just to pick up a cup in the same building that them Ebola patients in. That Ebola is back. The earthquakes in diverse places are. It's like there's the Lord is shaking the ground up, literally and figuratively, because the Trumpsters, the Trump campaign is split down the middle. The elephant is cut in two.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like it's a bad. Like I'm just reading that in the Declaration of Independence. I understand the whole no kings protest.
Right.
Yeah.
Like to just the average person listening to the damn thing, you would think, all right, he doing what he wants. That's why they're calling him a king. But brother, you read that Declaration of Independence Act. Trump is doing exactly what George Washington said King George III was doing.
That's right. That's right.
Brother, there's another part here. He said, he kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. Tell me that in the National Guard.
Yeah.
That's the National Guard. Then later on, he say, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of the states. Tell me that kill them white people because they didn't care about it when they killed us.
Right.
And the sub under that for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us with our consent, for depriving us, in many cases, trial by jury. Brother, this nigga here just became King Georgia on everybody else.
Right.
And now white people are again feeling oppressed, but they hate us because of it.
Salakia, sir.
Please, come on up.
Everything you just read sound like niggas was writing that.
Come on.
Like, God, that like Salakia.
Brother, I had to look this thing up 3 times. I'm reading this thing today and I'm like, I surely hit the AI dupe link. You know what I mean? I looked this thing up 3 times. I asked the brothers to pull it up in class to read it. And I'm trying to hear. I was like, okay, well, Mshak, your own got to be wrong. I still halfway think this is not the right declaration I'm reading. Because the thing is describing Donald J. Trump. It's describing his administration. It's describing everything. So how could we now be American and join the oppressor? According to the Declaration of Independence, if you're really American, you have to separate. You must. You got to. Go ahead, Cap, please.
No, what you're saying is spot on, because even in that book, The Counter-Revolution, where they talked about like the taxes. Okay, so we were chattel slavery, but you had I forgot the term, where you have a asset that just like a reoccur, like it's an asset that's so great that it generates revenue across the board. Right. It's not just like a car that just like, meaning it's something that grows revenue. Right. So they were taxing the slaves, but also taxing the cotton. Also tax. So like they looked at like, okay, hold on, man, you taxing this. We don't tax this because we using it. But see, he knew that whatever his reports he probably was getting, he was like, they getting over. They robbing the king.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like he knew they was probably doing some underhanded things too as well. Not lobbying for them, but it's just you see the geopolitical world in that time period of how they was fighting against King George and so forth, King and whatnot. But it just goes to show you the hypocrisy, because as soon as they got power, look at what they did.
Come on, man.
The checks and balances just turns into checks and balances.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how it's mirrored. Like I couldn't believe part of the declaration. It says you erected new offices nobody ever heard of, and then send officers to harass the people in the colonies.
Yeah.
And then you stopped foreigners being able to get citizenship. That's in the declaration.
Right.
Crazy.
How could you now make ICE? I don't want to deport people. I want to overturn birthright citizenship because a foreigner wants citizenship when you defected from Britain for the same fucking thing.
Exactly. Even indentured servitude, Cap. Like again, the Irish and the Dutch that came here, they didn't want. See, that's exactly what you're saying. Like they are hypocrites.
Yes.
Like, even just the Bible alone, you're gonna get crushed. But even your own Constitution, even the articles of all these different things where they had to sign. I've been seeing it all over the library. They got all the signatures from all the so-called founding fathers.
Yep.
The rights of free men and so forth. But look at what you did.
Exactly.
Like you saying, Cap, and that's once again, they don't want to talk about that part. Because each one of those things you can put ICE, Doge. It's subtitles you can put under each one of those, and they fit perfectly.
Listen, down to the one with the judge. You all remember with the tax when the Supreme Court ruled against Trump, saying he had to pay back the taxes.
Yeah.
He did a press conference and he called all of them lapdogs and lackeys and an embarrassment. He said, you three, he called the names of the 3 ones who sided with him. He said, but the rest of y'all, he said, the Democrats, they're going to vote against us anyway. But the rest of y'all are embarrassment to your families, to your nation, because that's who he put in there to vote for him. That's what George did. That's what George Washington was against. He said, you electing judges for your own will.
Right.
You come and you do the same thing. Brother, if you don't believe the Bible and you're all American and you don't know nothing else about the Star-Spangled Banner and you bleed red, blue, and white, the Declaration of Independence mandates you must separate from this place or else you're un-American. And that's the irony of it. Go ahead.
I think what you're saying is these white folks, they're not patriotic.
Well, the white folks are. I think we are not patriotic. If we really, those of us who in the world who see us on the street and say, well, listen, man, I love America, something. I bleed red, white, and blue, man. America is yes. You love it? What does the Declaration of Independence say? You must separate from despotism, from somebody who routinely violates your right. It says King George was an abuser and a usurper of their law. You want to tell me this is not him? If you believe in America, if you believe in the fabric and the foundation of America, the Declaration of Independence demands that you separate from this place. You wage war with Britain over it, and you didn't pay them taxes. Christ said, give unto Caesar what's Caesar, and unto the Lord what's the Lord. We'll pay you your taxes, but we'll separate from you because you're in your Declaration of Independence, written by the founding fathers. You all said they were geniuses to draft this document up. Didn't you all say that?
Yeah.
Say that about them? They was geniuses. This is Barack Obama said, yes, George Washington had slaves, but that doesn't negate the genius of the man in drafting the document. Okay. We should separate if we really want to be American.
That's right.
The real Americans didn't join Britain, they separated. If you're really an American, you'd separate.
That's right, Cap.
You have to, or else you're un-American. Because Americans don't join nothing, especially when you're getting violated.
Salaka, Cap. What you're saying is so right. You would do, like, once Crispus Attucks knew that.
Come on.
He knew it. They don't ever talk about that part. The first casualty of the revolution was a black man by the name of Crispus Attucks. He knew it, but you want to argue with you're not gonna win against the UPK. You're not. The political scientists know what we're saying is right. The people who study the Constitution know what the UPK is saying, right? And they know this government is hanging by a thread.
Yeah.
Because if he got this far and enriched his family, I was reading an article on how much that he personally enriched his family just through government contracts and all the lawsuits. I mean, it's astounding.
Yeah.
But guess what? White people are letting it happen. You can't blame nobody else. Once again, this is like I said, like the Bible said that we laid our body down as the ground. I'm sorry, they said to our soul, bow down that we may go over. Paraphrase. Like we know what got the revolution kicked off? This black man getting unalive right here.
Yep.
Today would be ICE. Or today would be the police brutality.
Yep.
This happened at a harbor. You understand? This right here, he was the first casualty. And ain't that, but see, they never talk about, they don't want to talk about that. But the first black, he wasn't just the first, but he was the first one to die. Trying to defend their rights and the rights of what they believe is freedom. But they would never talk about that on their 14 million government granted freedom trucks they riding around Washington, D.C. and these other places.
Right.
We can talk about history all day. They really don't want to discuss history with us. You understand? So what you're saying, Cap, is spot on. It's spot on. And you know what? It's so many holes when it comes to them. Every time, and I said this past camp down in New Orleans, I asked about there. I said, okay, well, what does freedom mean to you? They looking stupid. All I'm asking you is what freedom mean to you.
Right.
They can't tell you what freedom mean to them.
Listen,
not honestly, because if they could tell you what freedom meant to them, it means that you are my servant. That's what freedom means to you.
Listen.
The right, this right. Okay, are those rights extended? Well,
listen.
Undocumented, and you Negroes, you nigga one, nigga two. No.
Come.
Freedom. They have the monopoly on the word freedom. In America. I tell you what, there's a challenge to all you big-headed Negroes. Go down to the 250th. I wish I would. Go down to the 250th anniversary of Ferris wheel. It don't work. Okay, and when you get stuck at the top, tell them I'm black. I'm a nigga. I yield.
Listen, Cap, what you saying there? Listen, I saw the videos about that today. They're saying that's the quandary because the historians now is presenting the argument, the postulating the argument, right? Which we all know the white man is the devil. That them rioters, them activists that threw the tea into the harbor, remember they dressed up like Native Indians? They're saying that really wasn't to throw the British off because, they're saying the British was, George Washington was saying King George was trying to get the Native Indians to fight on their side. That's the last argument in the Declaration. He said, and you have, you got he has excited domestic insurrections among us and endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. So they're saying, the historians are saying now, the reason they put on the Native Indian wear is not what people think is, which is to pretend it was the Native Indians who did it. But because they was breaking away from Britain, they no longer had that identity of being British. So they had to find a new identity. And the Native Indian people represented real freedom to them. Because they were amazed at the resolve and the fight back and the pushback, which is why so many of America's what's the word I want?
Military weapons.
The military weapons, but there's another word. They're escaping me now. It's like they're enamored. They're so enamored with the Native Indians. The images are everywhere. So it gave rise to the Redskins. That's what they're postulating. And of course, the military weapons, the Tomahawk, the cars, the Cherokee. And then they went all the way to QAnon Shaman. They said that's why when the January 6th rioters stormed, everybody was confused about QAnon. And they say the reality was when the founding fathers broke away from Britain, they really were searching for a new identity. We call that culture bandits up in here. That's right. You're a vagabond. You're a vagabond and a criminal in the youth. And you could only love what you also hate and want to murder. Which is why you put the deer piss all on you when you go to hunt. You got to become the deer to kill the deer and then cry. And then wear the food on. Like this devil here, there's something else with him, if what they're saying is true, of course. You get it, point? But what you say in there, Cap, is like they don't understand freedom.
No.
Because really they're not the oppressed. They said the way the native people, the first people was living is true freedom. And that may have inspired them to revolt against whoever. I don't think none of that is true because you enslaved everybody. You wrote that letter with slaves. You wrote that letter putting people on reservations. 3 years later, 1779, George Washington had a decree called the Sullivan Decree or the Sullivan Accord, where he told them go burn all the land of the Native Indians and destroy the soil so they can't replant. Because he didn't want to just kill them, he wanted them to starve to death.
He wanted to commit a genocide.
He wanted to commit a genocide, but you could just cut somebody's throat out and get it over with. It's so cruel. They said run them off the land, burn their crops, but then destroy the land so they can't replant, so that they starve to death. That's a different level of evil act.
Exactly.
That's even a horse, you'll put a horse out the misery act. Then race horses break the legs, they come and shoot the horse. They euthanize the horse act. You want a people who you get inspired from, who you're really jealous of. You're really jealous of our resolve and our warfare. We could make war with you, even though you blessed with the sword. You jealous. We have to starve. You have to watch us waste away. That's the only way you could feel good. Meanwhile, you're writing some scathing document to King George. The only way to be a proper American is to separate.
That's right.
The only way. You have to. You have to say, listen, I was telling the brothers, Cap, I might go and sign up for a semester of American Studies. This declaration, I want to know what else I don't know about that is just, it's just cutting these fools out. You read this on the street today, they'll say you're talking about Trump.
Exactly.
I might do that. I might go up on the American U campus or GW and ask these white boys, what do you think about this? And they'll say, well, that sounds like Trump. And then tell them this is the Declaration of Independence. And I want to see their face. I don't think they're really, the average one. The one who probably doing political science, he might know.
Right.
But the average ones, they say, well, that sounds like Trump. Listen, even in Minnesota, where they shot that old lesbian broad, they said there's a fort out there in Minnesota. What's the name of the damn fort? Sully? I forget the name of the fort. They said where they had the detention centers was on an army reservation where they put Native Indians to kill them.
Good night, bro.
The exact same detention center right now in Minnesota. It's on a federal reserve land. It was a former, let me look the name of it up. I couldn't believe this shit. So when you're celebrating 250 years of what exactly? Hypocrisy?
Right.
Right.
So, Lock, if I could, Cap.
Please.
And what you saying, while you looking it up like that, like it just go to show you, right? Like how they look at history. We don't look at history the same. Like even like a person, like you look at like what they did to the Native American Indians. Like after, like they don't understand. Like once they got free from the British, our shackles got tighter.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand. Like it was like, man, like the things that they do, and really, like I said, a lot of those founding fathers, man, like they were, it was a conspiracy. Like they committed treason. Make no doubt about it. If they would have lost that war, each and every last one of them would have got hung. Hung by the crown because of what they did. And they used the Native American Indians. How you think they got around and knew the routes to fight the colonists?
Right.
That guerrilla warfare, that came from Gad. That came from Reuben. Knowing the swamps and things like that. Remember, DC was like a swamp. Area. You know what I'm saying? Over a lot of these areas, them trailways and all that, and how to survive, how to trap game and things like that when you was in the wilderness. They learned all that. They learned all that from Gad, man. They learned all that from Gad. You know what I'm saying? How to make a smokeless fire. All that. They couldn't do that. They had to make a fire be smoke. Gad knew how to make smokeless fire. You understand? Those things and the things and I mean, forget about it. Forget about the food, knowing what berries to eat, all that, man. How to preserve that, all that helped sustain them while they was on that campaign against the crown. And as soon as they double crossed the Native American Indians and they double crossed Negroes, because George Washington, right after they got done beating them, he had a decree where all the black soldiers, they had to get out. They banned them from the Continental Army. That's documented. The people who helped fight the war, like just no different than the Civil War. The black men that helped them win against the British, now they kicked out of the Continental Army. Once that man got what he wanted, you were done.
Right.
You understand? And that's why you never could trust it. And it's the same. That has not changed with him. It's not changed. As soon he needs you for a season.
Yeah.
You understand? But the Bible said his wickedness will rust over time. It's gonna show. You understand? And that's exactly what they did to the Native American Indians, the tribe of Reuben. You understand? Because they was catching hell with Reuben. Reuben was giving them hell. You understand? Them Seminoles, they was getting it on, Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like they never seen warfare like that. And not only that, along with how they could fight on the horses. Like it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, but y'all bringing out so heavy, and this is what made me think. You know what I'm saying? Captain Mashak, you used the word quagmire. I like to use the word conundrum. This is the American conundrum. This is the issue. What's at the root of the issue, right? These devils were insulted that the English monarchy, the crown, was trying to treat them like they were niggas and like they were Indians, like they were savages. To the point where they said, if you want to try to treat us like niggas and savages, then we'll be the niggas and savages. Salakia, for my language. Meaning, you want to treat us how we treat them, then we'll fight you the way they fight us. To where they burnt down through the tea in the harbor, fought the war, fought the battle, and the reason why they were fighting the war and fighting the reason why they fought the British is because the British were trying to treat them like they were blacks and natives.
Right.
They fought to be free so that they could enslave and oppress blacks and natives.
They
fought to not be oppressed and enslaved so that they could oppress and enslave. And that's the white man.
Yeah.
Like that's the white man in history since the days of the Greeks and the Romans and every empire they've ever had. Think about Germany, World War II. He fought against the small hats so that he could do to the small hats what they was doing to them. The Greeks, when Alexander, like that's their history. They fight to be free to do to others what they are fighting to not have done to them.
Right.
And it's the same thing today. Right now, blacks, we are the example of what they will not stand for.
That's right.
You're not going to tread on me like we tread on them.
Yeah.
You're not going to belittle me and take away my rights the way we belittle them and take away their rights. You're not going to infringe on our amendments and our rights, human rights, the way we infringe and stomp on their human rights. And this is the reason why Isaiah 14:21, that's why the scriptures say that prepare slaughter for the iniquities of their fathers. Meaning they are their fathers. The white man today is the same white man from 250 years ago. The difference is he's the devil that he fought against.
Exactly.
Because he's the devil that he fought against, he's not going. I mean, it's like the Lord is making sure that everybody remembers these are the same devils from 250 years ago. So that as they're destroyed, as they're wiped out, as their empire crumbles, no one feels bad for them. No one says, well, damn, why did that happen to them? Damn, why they get erased like that? Damn, why is the heat unalive in them? No one can bat an eye or be questioned or unsure about why this happened. This happened because these people have been the devil that the Bible speaks of for 2,000 years on the planet. And the Lord said when the time come that their iniquity reached unto heaven, he was going to wipe them out. And no longer would it be said that the Lord delivered the children of Israel out of Egypt, but it'll be said that the Most High delivered his children out of the land of the north. And that's where we are today. Salaki, sir. It's just so heavy. Salaki, Captain Mashak, what you brought out with that Declaration of Independence is so, I mean, it's just so amazing and heavy, sir. And it just shows that in 250 years, it's come full circle.
Brother, it's so full circle now. They are a house divided, and Satan cannot cast out Satan.
That's right.
They are a house divided. They're facing the same thing again. Only King George is in the White House.
That's right.
Not overseas anymore. They brought him in tax-free, tariff-free. He's right there in the White House doing the same thing again. Brother, I tell you, I was reading the thing, and I thought this was a joke. I thought I clicked on the wrong link. I couldn't believe this was the declaration. Like, this is crazy. Like you this is something you can't write out. You wouldn't believe this. This got to be scripted. We in the Truman Show. You read that whole damn thing. The fort is called Fort Snelling in Minnesota, and it was a military outpost that they used to detain Native people when they were fighting those wars up there, and to imprison our brothers. And it really is a death sentence. You go there, you're gonna die. The same federal land they had the immigration detention centers in Minnesota, right? And listen, there was a war in 1791 called the Northwest Indian War, a confederation of Native American tribes led by Chief Little Turtle, Blue Jacket, and others fought U.S. forces in Ohio, because Ohio was one of them first places that they really set up, their democracy. The defining event of that year was St. Clair's defeat, also known as the Battle of the Wabash, which remains the largest defeat in the history of the United States Army. Leading up, following the ordinance of 1787, Salakia, American settlers aggressively expanded into indigenous lands north of Ohio River. Native nations formed a multi-tribal alliance to halt this encroachment. The Battle on November 4th, 1791, a U.S. force of roughly 1,400 men under Major Arthur St. Clair was ambushed and routed at the headwaters of the Wabash. You know how long I hear that word routed? That's a military term. You just run a route through them.
Yeah.
Listen, by around 1,500 native warriors. The casualties, the American army was devastated, suffering roughly 900 casualties, about 600 killed. Conversely, the native coalition suffered only minor casualties. The impact, the crushing defeat, prompted a massive overhaul and expansion of the young U.S. military, leading to the eventual American victory at Fallen Timbers in 1794. They get their ass handed to them about 20-something years after telling King George about himself and defeating the British. And 1,500 men of the tribe of Israel put you all to flight so bad till this day is the worst defeat by any U.S. army on your own soil. We don't learn about that in school. Right. The beating was so bad, you had to go back and retrain and say, we coming right back. And we had to beat them. We had to beat them somehow. That's 250 years. We're going to celebrate that. It's 250 years. Go ahead, Cap, please.
Can I say what? I'm going to give it up, Cap.
Come on,
I want to say one thing. What you saying, I posted an article, right? Like, this just go to show you, like, that whole phrase where they said, I met the enemy and he is us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had a Confederate flag. Now this is at the fair, the 250th anniversary. They had it. Somebody saw it in the North Carolina booth, and they had somebody complain about it, and they took it down. But they had the Confederate. Now listen, here it is. You have a battle flag of an enemy combatant, a domestic terrorist who fought against Union soldiers in a booth at the anniversary of America. Like, it goes to show you that, the hypocrisy of their democracy in this place.
That's right.
Like, they had the Confederate, like, oh, here it is. You celebrating the anniversary. They got all these states. And you go in the North Carolina booth and you see the Confederate flag on the screen.
Damn.
So what? Like, it just goes to show you the racism as embedded into this place is woven. It's baked in. It's baked in. And once again, this place here is not our rest, man. Every day, Captain stop bringing up about that. Once again, they don't want to talk about all these historical things and the political implications of them.
Right.
The bills that they wrote because of this, because of warring with these different tribes, factions, or quote unquote the First Nation people. You know what I'm saying? Our Native American Indian brothers and sisters. Like, all these things, they beat them by their treaties. They could not beat them in a hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
They had beat them by the treaty. That's why the Bible say, make no covenant with these people. The Lord warned us.
Yeah.
Never beat you hand-to-hand or in open combat. It's just not going to happen. The Lord is not going to favor them. But when you yield to their covenant, you yield to the agreements, and we all bleed red.
Right.
Somehow you end up bleeding more than them. You understand? That right there is just goes to show you this 250. The Lord has cursed America, man.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it more and more and more. Once again, they know it, but you got some people who are going to go all the way to the end of this thing, and they're going to find out they're going to be off a cliff following this man. You know what I'm saying? But what you said is heavy, Cap. Like that right there, that King George thing, I mean, it's textbook. It's textbook. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, and it almost reminiscent of Caesar with Rome.
Mm-hmm.
It's reminiscent almost of what they did with the government, man.
Yeah.
So like I yield.
Listen, if I could, before we wrap, I know somebody was talking about the amount of money Trump made. This is another thing, listen, y'all don't give me a little free time on some Google, brother. I think I might find a way to make enriched uranium from cannoli oil. I think I might find a way. Listen, I put an article in the chat right there, the second to last one, just before Captain Kahan's Zone on BBC. A BBC article. If somebody could just click on it and read, please, because this, I mean, I'm gonna run for president after this one.
Khan. Trump made more than $1 billion in crypto in first year back in office.
Now, this article was written today. You see 13 hours ago on the screen? Please read that.
Khan. U.S. President Donald Trump made more than $1.4 billion last year from business dealings in cryptocurrency, according to his mandatory financial report. In a 927-page disclosure, he reported $635 million in royalties from an entity called Celebration Coins, thought to be behind the Trump meme coin, which has plunged in value since he launched it days before taking office. He also reported over $500 million in income from World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency firm founded by his own sons and the children of his special envoy, Steve Witkoff. The White House denied he was profiting from the presidency. Trump said everybody was profiting from rising stock markets, and he doesn't get involved with his personal finances. The crypto-related earnings from his latest financial disclosure total $1.4 billion. Meanwhile, Trump's total income last year was least $2.2 billion, far more than his disclosed income for 2024, when he showed over $600 million of income.
Go ahead, King George. Go ahead, King George. While you make tariffs,
right.
while you cut the world off from trade, you in the age of Amazon, and a nigga had to wait 6 weeks on something from Alibaba. You making $1 billion just off the crypto, brother. Later on in the article, it tells you some of that money came from the Trump watches, from all his memorabilia. He launched the Bitcoin, the Trump coin. And then they say it lost its value quickly after, which means people bought into it just like a stock. And then it got the value. He keep all the fucking money and give them pennies on the dollar back. This is a charlatan.
Cap, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I mean, man, like it's like, okay, speaking of being a king, I mean, since we talking quote unquote royalties at the tune of $1.1 billion. Like this, but you know what's the crazy part about it, Cap? We the problem. Black people, poor black people, the problem. Poor, like our people are the problem. Like this right here, you can't see that he's gutting the U.S. Treasury for his own personal gain. And like I said, I always see these rednecks out here talking all what they're doing, this and this. All about what they would do if the government was taking over. The government already been America's for sale.
You're right.
You understand? Like, and they know it. I mean, can you imagine if anybody else did this? I mean, I know Barack Obama's he's not our people. But if he would have even got $100 extra, they would have been trying to get him and Michelle out of that White House so fast. Like it just goes to show you, man, like this right here. And listen, this just the money we know about.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about all the back channels and side deals, even when it comes to these other countries. They just what's in Albania, they was just tearing up one of his sons. He had built a resort over there. in Albania, and the people is like they tow up a lot of his stuff because they don't want him over there.
Yeah.
So a lot of offshore accounts, a lot of money goes dark when you start dealing with certain people.
Yeah.
You don't always see, you know what I'm saying? This is what they can see. But Lord knows how much he's enriched himself and enriched his family and so forth off the backs of the American people.
Yep.
That's right.
The independent American people, Cap.
The water, Cap.
You have to distinguish them because, you know, they're no longer oppressed. They're independent. They're celebrating 250 years of it. 250 years of their independence. Listen, later on in the article, he said, they said they asked him if there's a conflict of interest. He said, no, there's not a conflict of interest because I don't talk to the people who manage my money. Happy 4th of July, America. You went back to 1776.
Salakis.
Come on.
Look, Salakis, so you just said it says in the article, I read it, that he doesn't talk to the people that manage his money. The niggas that manage his money in the background of the picture, we look at it right there. Two niggas that manage the money are right there.
Yeah.
Them two niggas, they manage the money.
They owners of the damn Bitcoin company. I think his son, one of the companies is him and his son launched the company.
Yes. So, Salaki, sir. If y'all remember the tape after he bailed out the Xi Jinping cat, he bailed out some Asian cat that ran a Bitcoin company. And the lady asked him, why did you bail him out? And he sat there and said, here's the thing. I don't know him. Hold up. How did you bail him out if you don't know him? I mean, I don't even know him. It was a witch hunt. But that cat that he set free poured like 200 million into the Bitcoin. That's how that money get raised on that coin, and they gobbled. As soon as people put the money in there, they took it out and shut it down. And like you said, everybody that was left holding it get pennies on the dollar. And here's the thing: the money ain't traceable because the whole crypto is unregulated.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's no oversight.
It's gone. It's gone. Listen, it's absolutely gone out. So now you see where the chasm is separating. It's getting wider between the conservative Republican and the Republican loyalists. They're sitting on opposite sides of an ever-expanding table arc. And that money, all that money, he gonna have to spend about 70% of it to win the midterms. Because that midterm is his future.
So lock it, Cap.
Come on.
They just had some I think in Colorado, and this person here is a socialist. This woman, she unseated a 15-term Republican in that area. And they are afraid because they're afraid. Because the pendulum always swings both ways.
Right.
So what they now are afraid of are those from the extreme left who will be considered socialists. And they're afraid if they get in power, listen, it's gonna be like shit. It's damn near gonna be a civil war.
Yeah.
Because they gonna want blood after all that. They're gonna say, okay, no restrictions on us after all that what he did. Well, now we got the seat.
Yeah.
And we gonna make things right our way. We gonna make America in our image.
That's right.
And that is right. That like that, and they see that's why, like you said, Cap, in that they try to have those checks and balances. Because they know if it go too far to the right, when it swings back, the left gonna say, "Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander."
That's right.
If you can appoint Supreme Court justices and do this, well, guess what? I can make my constituents and people who down with me, I can make them multi-millionaires and then now you stripping those companies of all those things. You see what I'm saying? Like they see where it can go. Like this is bad, man. This is bad for America. Because there is no the moderate Democrat don't exist no more. They're gonna get stomped out in the election. You gonna watch what I'm telling you. All those get along to go along Negroes.
Nah.
They saying that's an old tactic now.
Listen,
it didn't work under Trump.
You about to see politicians that's hybrid. Hybrid ain't gonna only just apply to cars right now. You're about to see a hybrid politician. You're about to see a hybrid Democrat and a hybrid Republican come this next election. You're gonna see a Democrat that sounds like he sounds conservative, and you're gonna see a Republican that sounds liberal. Because this man, like you say, he done pushed the pendulum so far to one side. What you think is balanced now is lopsided. What you think is the center, that ain't the center no more. You get the point? It's going, man. Listen, it's nice. I'm definitely going to look more peer behind the paperwork, the papyrus of America, what America is built on. All this paperwork the founding fathers drafted, and these genius documents, and that's the next thing I had to start looking into, this damn Constitution. It takes some time to read and understand what the language are. But you, from that Declaration of Independence Act, I'm halfway scared to read the Constitution. Because I mean, goddamn, is this a real thing?
Right.
Come on, man.
Salaki, if I could, Cap, it's almost like, okay, man, it's so heavy because it's like that it's almost like that birth certificate, but it's also like that death certificate
at the same time.
At the same time, like it's the Lord, man. And it's the irony of it is like when we think about, I go back to when the Lord, when we asked Samuel, we wanted to go rebel against the prophets,
right,
for a king, to be like the other nations. And like when the Lord gave us the king, then we were like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but we wanted to be like, but here's the thing, they didn't want kings.
Right.
A lot of them, they rebelled. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But the thing about it is that it's their birth certificate and it's their death certificate, because what they made for their society is counter to them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be their own undoing.
Yes.
Like it's like the Lord, he's the just. He's not said like you can't blame God for none of this.
No. It's them. It's them. Listen, Cap, I'm gonna get it right there in a nutshell. And the first came out, and the second came out holding his heel. Their beginning is their end.
That's right.
Their beginning is their end. This is the fate of man, and the hand of man lies between the heel of Esau and the hand of Jacob. Their beginning is their end. Just how they start, that's their end. When they think they're standing up, then shall I bring thee down. Like this place, brother. All right, listen. This weekend is going to tell us a big story.
That's right.
We're gonna have cameras on the ground, and then we're gonna see the AI doctored images come Sunday.
We're
gonna see. We're gonna see. The stadium's gonna be more full than the National Mall for this 250. We'll see. We'll see. Let me not talk too soon. Let's see. But if it doesn't garner the support, just know what they're cooking for this midterm, brother. They're gonna erect a Gollum. They're gonna be like what's his name? What's the one name from Lord of the Rings? Sauron.
Sauron comes.
They're gonna be down there making mud zombies for this damn midterms. You best believe they're gonna be like Sauron down there making mud rules and fucking trolls to come to this midterm. It's gonna tell a story. This 250. You know what I mean?
Hey, Cap, laws. No, I said laws gonna be broken.
According to the declaration, they was made to be broken.
That's right. Can't make broken rules.
I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead, Cap.
Now, so like I was just gonna say, sir, what you and Captain Cahan bringing out is heavy. That pendulum swinging to the other side. Historically, if you want to know what that looks like, go look up the storming of the Bastille in France for the French Revolution. They bought them guillotines out. They pulled them royals out that house and put their heads in that guillotine out. In Britain, there was something called the Gordon riots, where they had some insurrection, some cats. The government ain't like what they was doing. They threw them in jail. Them people came out 40,000 strong and stormed the prison and got them people out. Like it's coming to that, because the response to, like you said, the midterms coming up, ICE is going to be patrolling the polls. ICE is going to be at the center deterring you from vote. Like they're going to try to do everything because what Donald Trump and them know is a loss means the end of their life. Like it's not, the stakes are so high. It's not just an election. It's not just, voting. If they lose control, then
It's
what
their
happens
freedom.
next? What happens next is the guillotine.
It's their freedom. They're going to be, like he said it, if we don't win it, we'll be impeached.
Yeah.
They're gonna find a reason. They ain't got to find a reason. They just got to go to the declaration. That's all.
Yeah.
They just got to go to that declaration and they just read everything down there and you'll see it. Like, brother, it's this is a good time to be in the Israel School of UPK to know the truth. Matthew 24, there will be earthquakes in diverse places. Lord be with our brothers and sisters down there in Venezuela. Listen, I'm gonna try to find that recording, that interview that I heard. I think it's yesterday or the day before. And I mean, they're blaming the government. One sister said they could prepare us for riots and they could help us for riots, but they can't help us find our loved ones. She said these politicians are dogs, and you hear the Spanish in the background. She said peras maltidas or something like that. Dirty dogs. I'm like, ooh, that's biblical. That's biblical. All your leaders are dumb dogs, lying, sleep, slumber. Like within this thing, there's a certain wake up that's happening. There's a certain wake up that's happening, and it's bad that it came at the lives of our people. But brother, the fact that we turn to the Lord, that we could hear that sister cry out like that, and brothers too. Brothers are saying the government ain't doing nothing. They're saying y'all there, y'all was there to stop us from protesting, and y'all had police there. Y'all had bringing the police in our neighborhoods. Where are they now? Where's all the equipment to help us find our loved ones?
Yeah,
like that's rough. That's a rough situation, but the wake up is coming, man. Earthquakes in diverse places, famine and pestilence. Satan falling from heaven. We in the last days are came and y'all come on into the Israelite School of UPK, find the truth, come to this little sanctuary. That's this place, go quickly, fast, and in a hurry. In the twinkling of an eye, you might think you have more time. It mightn't be November.
Right.
It may not be November. A few more degrees and Europe just going to evaporate. It ain't going to be no Eastern. It ain't going to be no countries in the East. It'll just be the Western Hemisphere, Australia, Japan, China, and South Africa. And, Europe is in the atmosphere at this point. That heat going to be so rough. So pay your tithe, support the truth, man. This weekend, Nashville, Tennessee, y'all going to be down there with Nashak and them brothers down there. Captain Claude, management, Yahanna, all the journals going to be down there hosting it big time. Stay tuned for the rest of the cookout. Chicago, I think, is next. Then it's Philly. Then Houston, and of course, Vegas, I think, is last one on the West Coast. Y'all stay tuned, man. Pay your tithe, support the truth, man. We're gonna be rocking this thing out again. In fact, to you, to the whole crew on the chat for joining in, for supporting us here, commenting, liking, and sharing. And as usual, the usual suspects, Captain Narthak holding down the Carolinas. That's right. All over the damn place.
That's right.
Captain Kahan holding down the South, holding down, everywhere damn near. That's right. Captain Sack G holding down Memphis, Tennessee. Gonna be down there in Tennessee as well. Same way. Captain Awarium holding down his own DMV strong, and Captain Kazak Ahmad holding everything down. Brother's gonna be here all the way. Listen, I forgot to tell you all one thing. You all know that earthquake that hit in Venezuela. I think it's 3 of them. There's the 2 back-to-back, and then there was one after with 4 point something. Trinidad is very close to Venezuela. The southern coast, brother. There's an article that said there was a 20-foot drop in the coastline. I thought they said that the water, got pulled out, the tide. Brother, the beach raised up 20 feet.
Yeah.
That's how strong the earthquake was. It pushed against the damn whatever plates. This showed stingrays beached out in the crevices because the shore got pushed and raised up. Damn. The Lord ain't nothing to play with.
Right.
Nothing to play with, man. Come on up in here, man. With that, we're going to say shalom, man.
Shalom.
on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is.